Welcome to our Friday night YouTube meeting. I need to go here, content, and let's go live here. And this gets turned on, and we'll say we need to go into the control panel. All right, that's that way. Edit here, here, and see. All right, there we go. Let's we want to go here. Take this down. Okay. Well, just waiting for people to show up now. I'm about 3 minutes early. Still working on this thing. Like I said, I'm not gonna do any more molding videos of the wing online. We might do some fuselage stuff tomorrow, but I had to get this right. I've revamped my molds. I don't know if this one's ready to come out or not. Feels kind of sticky. So sand on this a little bit. While we wait for people to come in, somebody mentioned, I don't know who it was, mentioned to put a 16th inch core with a 32nd on each side to laminate to get this together. No, 16th on each side with Kevlar in the middle. Once again, if we don't get anybody by 8:30, I'll just end the stream. Fridays are not good. I just was looking at a windy video. I think it was a 2006 Nats that Paul Taylor just put up. No wonder why this is getting slower. So many people were dead. Man, it's sad. It is really sad. There's not many, there's not going to be many of us left here shortly. Figured what I'd do with this is here, I might have to do it one side at a time. If I could do veil. Hey there, Steve.
Hi, I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, watch that video of Paul Taylor just put out.
Why? Who's in there that died?
John DeTavio, Bob Lampione, Alan Brickhouse. I mean, Jim Lynch.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you meant recently.
No, I just started looking at the video and noticing how many people are gone. Bob Whiteley, just I think I counted about 15 or 20.
Oh, wow.
Now Rick Gackabone isn't dead, but he's in the nursing home, so
Oh, that's too bad.
might as well be, you know.
Yeah, he flew backward,
Yeah,
completely backward.
the Stuka.
That was weird. I actually saw him and judged him once. Yep, he flew counterclockwise.
Everybody says we fly backwards, but
We got 12 people watching and no, oh, there's Lisa.
that's Wayne.
Wayne. Oh, so what's your week coming up look like, Bob?
Looks fine. I mean,
I got I can come over Sunday or Monday.
make it Monday because Sunday I know we're doing something.
Okay, that's fine.
I'd say about three or 3 or 4 more sessions, you can take it out of here.
Oh wow, you think it's going to take that many still?
But you don't stay here long enough to do anything.
Right. All right, let's see what the calendar looks like.
I could finish it up in a day, but
Yeah, yeah, you could. Let's see. Yeah, Monday will work. Me try to come over earlier.
well, you know,
How you sleeping?
not great. I didn't get up till noon today.
Mm,
Went to bed my normal time, got up at midnight, watched TV.
Oh man, yeah,
Can't stay asleep. Got to get out.
yeah, yeah.
For you guys who are watching this on YouTube, and I sent out another support letter today. If you already donated, don't worry about it. But we got guys with. I'm going to take away all the old support badges from 2013,
Oh yeah.
13 up to 23, I guess. Maybe I'll take them away. That's who I sent it out to, but invariably somebody will get a duplicate letter that's already donated. But even though I got it covered this year, I had to come out of pocket some on that. So get in your donations. This stupid Zoom, everything costs.
Yeah. There's Gary.
Howdy. I didn't know whether he's going to be on tonight or not.
Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you mentioned something about I'm going to be on Friday. So,
Well, unless it picks up, I don't know whether we should continue doing Fridays. I'm cheating here.
Yeah, what you doing?
Taking a felt tip marker and marking around the perimeter, making it black. So when I put the carbon fiber over it flat, it doesn't have to tuck around and make a big booger on it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, the marking I did get out flying on Wednesday
Yeah.
wasn't too bad. Wind was kind of picking up as the day went on, though. You saw the picture I sent you. It was flying the Tucker.
Yeah.
He likes it. I
Well,
know you said
500
its
bucks,
nose.
he should really like it.
Yeah. Well, he really does like it. He was really happy. It looked like he was flying it conservatively, but it was only the first time he'd flown it. So I think he got three flights on it, 3 or 4.
Well, I flew it at the Nats, so
Yeah. Same kind of motor.
Yep, Super
Yeah.
Tiger 60.
Is that another molded wing?
Yep, I did this off camera
Ah,
with nobody watching so that I could get it right. And it looks so far like it's come out right. Yeah, I only got 12 minutes to get my shit together to get this in there.
oh man.
And if I'm trying to talk and
Yeah.
and there's just no way. I can't do it. I'm gonna shoot some air under there. Shoot air under it so I don't fry it and break it.
You could use that to blow everything off the table there.
Yeah,
Be a quick way to clean things up.
yeah. I think I got it broke free from the mold,
Oh, okay.
but stuck on the edges. This is the first top that I've done. I've been practicing on the bottoms, and I'm gonna redo them because I fixed my mold.
Are the top and bottom basically the same, or are they different?
They're basically the same, but when you carve an airfoil, unless it's CNC'd, I can't make it perfect. So
So you have two molds?
yes,
Oh, okay. I missed that part somewhere along the line.
top and bottom for fuselage.
Yeah, I did see that.
I mean, I could rip this out of here, but I stand a chance of damaging the wing. So
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
no, not with this. There it goes.
Is there a certain time you do before you take it out of the mold
When it's dry.
when it's dry? Okay.
What the hell is that? Oh, it's PVA. That's good. This one looks good. If I can
All
get it
right.
out of here without screwing it up. Get it out without screwing it up.
Yeah. So did you decide to do something different with the elevator stabilizer?
Yeah,
Okay, because I saw you had three pieces, and now it looks like you did a sandwich with two pieces.
it's four pieces with Kevlar sandwich.
It's Kevlar in the middle,
Yeah,
and that acts as the hinge as well.
yeah.
You don't need much travel, not on a speed airplane.
No.
It's giving me aggravation here.
Mhm.
It turned out super.
All right. So that white blob is gone.
That's the
Oh,
PVA.
that's
Oh, okay.
okay. Yeah.
So you have to, it's out of it's out of the mold?
Yeah, this is the mold is here,
Oh,
and this is
so
the
you
part.
gotta cut, so you gotta cut it out of that.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. I didn't see that process before. I guess I missed that video.
I didn't show it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I didn't see it.
Yeah, looks nice.
It does.
I got
Yeah.
two wild hairs there, though. That's the only thing. But this is good enough. This is good enough to use, that's for sure.
Has that got ribs in it?
Not yet.
Oh, the ribs are gonna go in when you put them together?
No, I was gonna do that. I did the one piece with the ribs, but it's not necessary.
Oh, okay. And you're using that wide tape.
$15 a roll.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Mhm.
$15 a roll. That turned out nice. Real nice.
Good, good.
I think I've got it down to a science. I wet the material out on the bench and then lay the material in the mold.
Yeah, I did see you do that. That's kind of tricky, but it worked.
You only got 12 minutes to do the job.
Yeah.
As soon as somebody comes in, I'll go over and cut this out.
Okay.
That's what makes it so hard.
What?
You
The time.
The
know.
time,
Yeah,
yeah.
and yeah, the time you got to do it in, you know. So once you get it down there, what you want to do, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Well, that's why I'm not doing them online anymore because
Yeah,
I can't
Yeah.
think that fast.
yeah. And we've all seen how he's doing it, so we know what you're doing to get it.
I cannot think that fast. Trying to talk and show what I'm doing, and these are going to get painted with that 2K clear.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what this puppy weighs, but it's got flashing on it. Hmm, 50. That'd be 100 grams. That's a 3-ounce wing.
3 ounces. Wow.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like nobody's interested in this anymore. I swear I'll quit doing them. Or maybe they just don't like me.
Saw a video today of Gilbert flying his plane
Yeah.
and how he kind of steps back as he's making these loops
Hmm.
and then goes back to the center. Is that the way you guys do too?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see him moving both ways.
Yeah, I know. He's just kind of
Yeah,
moving all around and
sometimes he moves toward the airplane.
and he looks down at the bottom to see if he gets back in the middle again.
Mm.
Yeah, where his feet is. That was interesting.
Yep. I use 2 pieces of carbon here. There's a center stripe right there. I'm gonna have to go all the way across. Was scrap carbon.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to buy some more of that. Two more rolls. Takes about a roll per airplane. So I've got a whole lot of scrap over here.
Yeah.
About got it down though, I think. This is the first bottom that I've made. Let's see how these crappy tops fit. Well, you guys talk amongst each other. I'm gonna cut this out.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm. So is it raining in your place tonight?
Uh, it rained a little bit earlier. It looked like it was going to be all cloudy and rainy, but kind of cleared up.
Mhm.
We had a few sprinkles, but that was about it. The bigger rain was Thursday. What part of I know I probably asked this before. What part of the country are you in, Gary?
Ohio, Marietta.
Ohio. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it's kind of southeast. Oh,
Southeast.
right along the High River there,
Is
where the
it
Interstate 77 crosses over.
77? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my sister-in-law and her husband are in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
He works for, is it General Electric? He designs jet engines.
Oh, wow.
Well, I think he's mostly retired now, but or maybe
Yeah.
not. But yeah, that's why they moved to Cincinnati because that's where the job was.
I don't know whether there's quite a few come in though. Well, of course, that was Monday night.
Yeah,
But
we get more on Monday night, and I think we pick up more people as it gets a bit later
yeah,
because it's only 5:30 in California.
it's 8:30 here.
So
Yeah.
did you fly with a club, Gary?
Yeah.
With there where you are now, or in a different place?
They're about the same. I live in the same place, it's Marietta here. So
Okay, with
yeah,
a pretty active club.
yeah, yeah, pretty. Most of it's RC,
Oh, okay.
but years ago, we had one, and of course the neighbor flew, so we got to fly together a lot
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the schoolyard across the street. So made it
Yeah,
easy, you know.
I don't know. Flying in the schoolyard, it just don't happen anymore nowadays.
No, I think
Hey, he's got it cut out. That was quick.
When I worked for 40 for Harley Davidson, I flew in the parking lot at lunchtime
Oh, wow.
on Lindbergh there.
The
That was,
parking lot was big enough to fly.
oh yeah, where they have the rider ed, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep, I got it cut out.
Yeah. You still got to do some sanding around or?
Oh yeah, yeah. Glue them together and sand them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to use these crappy bottoms that I got. See here's one mold here. Just the one that just came out.
Yeah.
Here's another mold here for the other side. See if we can find a part here. I got plenty of scrap. I mean,
and what are you going to glue them together with?
resin, same thing I've made it
Resin.
with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's $100 worth of scrap.
Mm.
These are 4 wings, 4 halves. This one's way too heavy. Well, let's see how it fits. It's perfect. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Okay.
How thick is that or inside then, the open area?
Half inch.
Half inch. So
Yeah,
what are you gonna use for ribs?
Carbon fiber.
The toe, or are you gonna actually mold up ribs?
There's a spar that, okay, this one here has, I mean, I could put these two together, but it's got a booger on the,
Mm-hmm.
this one here has ribs in it, the toe. So that's really a complete wing. But you see how smushy it is there?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was asking.
You're gonna have a spar, carbon
Oh,
fiber
a
spar.
spar in there. Okay, okay.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
We're almost there. Almost.
Almost, yeah.
Sure wouldn't have had these stray. I wish I'd have done this in one piece, instead of trying to be cheap.
Hmm.
You can't go cheap. You just gotta bite the bullet and do it. But I've got the amount of resin and the schedule down, and this turned out nice. I mean, this is usable, but not perfect. Usable, not sellable. That's what I
Hmm.
see. About another 200-300 of these, and I'll be as good as Doran.
Yeah.
There we go.
Doran's good. His airplane looks nice. Let's see what this wing weighs. I can't get anybody to tell me what their perky weighs for some reason.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's 3.3 ounces, this here. But I think that I can get it to 3 ounces.
3 ounces.
Yeah.
What will you do different to reduce that little bit of weight?
This wing and this wing are different.
Oh, okay.
This is 2 layers of carbon with tow. This is 1 layer of carbon with e-glass.
Ah. So you're going to use the method that's in your right hand?
This one here, the one I
Yeah.
just got.
You one you just took out. Okay.
Yeah. How do you use this one if that didn't have that void right there? But
Hmm. And you can't fill in on anything like that,
no,
like you can with balsa.
right. I can put it there and paint something over it. But it's, I don't know. I might go ahead and glue these together just to, as a test wing, because I need to be able to key these molds together. So we might do that. We might use this one as a test,
Yeah, test your spar system and the bell crank.
Well, I'm not worried about the bell crank. Actually, that's the top. I wish this stuff, like that can of paint, like the one I showed you, once you open it,
That's it. Yeah, you said you got a week or something like that.
maybe if you're lucky,
Maybe.
you
Yeah.
got a week. Because I would try to fix this right here and then clear it, but that's $25 for that can of paint. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I want to be able to paint enough of this stuff till it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not going to take very much for that little wing and the other stuff.
I bet it takes less than half a can to paint a whole airplane. This little airplane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. But now that I think about it, we might do the 2-layer carbon on the other one.
When you do 2 layers of carbon, do you make the weave run a different way? Or does it matter?
I don't think it matters. I mean, I guess I could turn it over and it could go the other way. I don't know.
I'm just asking questions because I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Tomorrow I will do one more complete. I'll do it top and the bottom
Yeah.
off camera the way I did this one.
Uh-huh.
And that should be good. But I think I am going to use 2 layers of carbon on the top because the bell crank plywood gets mounted to this. Maybe I ought to put it into between the 2 layers of carbon. Carbon glass, plywood, carbon, e-glass.
Oh, okay. It's not going to be a suspended bell crank?
No, there's no way.
No, what? No room. Not
Right.
enough room to do that.
There's no way to do that. So, and then the hole comes out the bottom
Mm-hmm.
because the fuselage sits this way, and when you take it off, the push rod comes out the bottom, so that when you put it on the pan,
Are you going to make it take apart?
yeah, gotta be.
Oh,
These are the goofiest looking airplanes.
Mhm.
Whole lot more work than balsa wood. That's all I gotta say. If it was balsa, we'd be flying it.
Yeah.
I almost took my airplane out the front yard today and see if it, start it up and run it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the season there, I had some tank problems. I was kind of threw that $100 CAS tank in the trash because that's the one that smoked the motor for me. It has a little filter in the end of the clunk that the boogers from the fuel completely encased it and choked it off.
Oh. So it ran away.
Yeah, ran lean till it quit. The engine quit. It was so lean.
Seized up.
No, it didn't seize up. It just got so hot it lost compression and died.
Mm.
I hope that motor still works good.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels okay, but it should be all right. I mean, there's plenty of oil in that stuff.
Yeah.
Anybody online watching? How many are watching?
Let's see.
Bob Hoddick or something. Like Lisa.
23 watching.
23. Well, why don't you guys get off your butt and get in here? Go to Stunt Hangar. Links posted on Stunt Hangar.
Jeff's trains just popped in there.
Yo!
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. So we got 23 watching, 7
Okay.
likes.
Well, that ain't right.
Doesn't make sense, does it?
There's
Jeff's
11
Train
so
World. I haven't looked at his. I have to look at his
Mhm.
site sometime. Wednesday might be a flying day.
Yeah, do you think the pad is cleaned off?
Well, it's not really that bad as long as it's dry.
Is there any sticks on the circle?
Sticks? No,
Debris,
no, just
Mud.
traces of mud,
Mhm.
but it's not real thick in most of it. I mean, there's a couple of spots where it's thicker, but when Mark and I were flying on, what was it, Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday, it was all right because it wasn't so dry that it was blowing around, but it wasn't wet to be wet and slippery either.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't want to go through what I went through years ago when I built the Monado. When did I build that? I have to go back and look. 15 or 16, somewhere in there. Might
Yeah.
be earlier. First flight out there, you're figuring, well, the pad is clean enough. I landed and a stick went right through the bottom. Brand new air.
Oh,
Oh,
It's on the repair is on the channel.
I have to look that one up. Is that searchable?
Yeah, you go to YouTube
Yeah.
or go to my channel, and then there's not the one on the top. There's a little magnifying glass below that, and it says search this channel, and then type in Monado. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it now and see when I did that. I was hot. I was pissed.
Oh, I bet.
yeah.
you can't see it. I mean, I get them fixed okay. It's just a matter of doing it. So we want to go to my channel. Go to studio. Go to my channel and I'll do it as a guest. So okay. See, it says home video. It says home video shorts live playlist post membership store, and then there's a little magnifying glass, and you click on that magnifying glass, and it says search. So now we'll put MINADO. Enter. I built that. Oh, that's a playlist. Finished product. An auto trim. 10 years ago, so 2015. Could have been 2014 when I started. Let me look here. It just says 10 years ago. I don't know whether the repair cockpit is in this. An auto trim, gold leaf made easy, finished product. Well, let me give you the link. I'll give everybody a link, copy. Stunt Hangar. Anybody that's interested in what I'm talking about, you can go to the chat room, chat box, and we're going to paste the playlist. That was 10 years ago. That's the airplane that won the concourse 7 years after it was built. You get that, Steve?
What's that?
What I just said there?
The link? Yeah, yeah.
I can post it in chat here. On a chat. And paste. That teaches you all kind of neat stuff. Gold leaf for dummies. How to silk span layout. I mean, that's the whole.
Millennium Monado.
Yeah. That's the whole problem. People don't know how to use search. I can't remember how many videos are in that playlist, but what does it say for on the playlist?
Wow, that's a lot. 23.
Yeah, 23. Some are 2 hours, some are 3 hours, some are 30 minutes.
Some are 40 minutes, 18 minutes, 10 minutes.
Maybe this is not where I was doing the real long one.
No. Looks like the longest ones are about 40 minutes.
No, yep, 50 minutes.
But that's not the repair is not in there.
Well, let's go look for the repair. Monado repair. So we go here, Monado repair. REPAIR. I know it's on here though, because there's Monado finished product, day 15, standing. Paint repair, that's finishing the vector repair. Oh, that's you. Silk. Oh, there it is. It's called silk span repair.
Ah,
And that video, Control A or Control C, copy, and we'll put that into the chat. Paint repair on that Monado is right here. Paste, go. And I'll do it over here on chat. Paste. And go. Yeah, I just put it in there.
Silk span repair.
I was not a happy camper. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't have the sound turned on, but I see you pointing at the hole. I'll have to look at that one later.
Yeah, I got one flight. That is the very first flight.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
But if you watch that video and you look at the airplane, you can't tell it ever was repaired. Long about 25 minutes, I'm spraying it.
So you won the concourse after the repair.
7 years after the repair.
Oh, okay.
You know, I sold Dan McAtee, the sister to that airplane or brother or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I have never seen him fly it.
No, I don't know that he has.
He was rushing me to get it finished for him. I sold it to him before I had it finished.
Oh.
And he was rushing me to get it finished for him. And if he'd have just waited until I got it done, it wouldn't be. It has automotive clear on it.
Okay.
It'd be lighter. I mean, it's still flyable, but
You remember how long ago that was? 'Cause I think his knee was deteriorating. That might have been before he got it worked on.
So 10 years ago is when I built them. So about 7 years ago, I'd say. 6 years ago.
Yeah, he was getting to a point where he didn't want to fly anything but a ringmaster because of his knee. And of course, I haven't seen him fly anything bigger than a Nobler since then.
But I'm glad Mark's happy with the.
Oh yeah, I could tell. I, Mark's not always real. I don't know I don't know the right term. Doesn't show a lot of excitement, but he was excited. I could tell.
It's a good flying airplane. It doesn't fly as good as my June RXL, but it's a good
Is it
flying.
same wing,
Same airplane.
same basic airplane?
Yeah, I got 3 of them in here that are the same airplane.
What I'm trying to understand, and maybe I wouldn't understand it unless I actually flew them. Okay, the planes like the impact and the high voltage, and those all have like long thin wings cord
Yeah.
wise. That's got a real long cord on it.
No, real short cord with a long wingspan.
Those kind of planes.
Right.
But that Tucker has a real wide cord.
Right.
And not as much wingspan.
That's correct.
What's the difference in the way they actually fly?
One flies better in the wind. If you think about it, the high aspect ratio wings with the long wingspan and narrow cord catch a whole lot more wing and have a whole lot more leverage in the wind. They're buffeting around like that. The long cord short wing has less area to buffet in the wind.
Even though it might be the same total square inches?
Mine's more square inches.
It's actually more, okay.
745 squares on those.
Yeah. So they're better in the wind.
Yeah, I think.
There's John Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's glad to see you, John.
Good to see you guys too.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure you guys were going to be on here today.
Yeah, we weren't sure either.
I just get a notice on the phone, so I know when he comes on.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see you're here. It's a beautiful day here in the desert.
Is it?
How was it in the desert?
Beautiful day in the desert.
Beautiful day.
Saw my first hummingbirds to my feeder here this week.
Oh, they come through the desert?
Oh
yeah.
yeah. These are native to this area of the desert. They're the
Huh.
black-throated hummingbirds. They're not as colorful, but they're fun as all get out there.
Yeah.
Feisty little buggers. They always at each other, and trying to stake down the feeder just for themselves, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You got roadrunners out there too?
Not this far
Absolutely.
north.
You got any, John?
What's that?
Roadrunners?
Not this far north that I know of.
Oh,
We
I
had them
know.
where I'm from.
Yeah, you had a pet one, didn't you?
Roger. Yep.
Oh,
Roger the Roadrunner.
8 green Friskies cat food stars.
I love to listen to their calls when they're out in the wild.
They make a racket?
Yeah, they just have a call that's peculiar. Can't really describe it much. If you hear it, you recognize it. I used to see them at the flying field down there in Tucson when I go to the VSC. There was one that hung out at the northern circle, the new one that fell all to pieces.
Hmm.
So what's happening with you guys? I see Sparky's still busy at work
Yeah.
doing Sparky thing. How's that coming along, Sparky?
Well, I just got another wing out of the mold. Came out perfect, except well usable. It's just not sellable because I didn't get the pattern quite right. I used some scrap to do this, but let me make it big here.
They always come. You always come out perfect when you mess up, not mess up, but substitute like that. Well, that's not bad looking though.
I mean, I'm going to use it. Let me spotlight for everyone.
Yeah. No, that looks good.
See, I used 2 pieces of carbon, and that's the seam right there. So the next one, I'm just going to go all the way across.
Yeah.
But it came out real nice. This one here has a bugger right there. But this will be the first wing I put together, this one.
Yeah, you put it together and paint it, they won't know it.
Well, I'm trying not to paint them.
Well, you can put a racing stripe there.
Yeah, I suppose.
yeah.
I've been on the outer zone sites and several other places doing some research on some other people's stunt designs. Basically, see if I'm going the right direction. And apparently I am, so that's good. You know how you can get tied up into that, and next thing you know, hours have gone by. I know it doesn't happen to any of you other guys, but boy, it happens to me all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Computers are the biggest waste of time going.
Well, they can be, unless you're doing something really, earth-shaking and fantastic like we are.
Oh, yeah.
Now I
Yeah,
know where my darn scale went. I haven't been able to find that. How'd it get to your house, Sparky?
Via Harbor Freight.
Right.
And you wouldn't want my scale. It's pretty crappy.
It looks pretty well bunged over with epoxy and
Yeah. Time
other
for
stuff. Yeah. Still works though, right?
It's been used a lot.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Well, it's,
I got to figure out how to get this on here and keep resin out of this center stripe here. This is 2 pieces of 16th glued to one on top of each other with a whole layer of Kevlar in there. Makes it strong, and that's the hinge, Kevlar.
oh, cool.
Doran's idea.
Yeah, it works too.
I don't think he meant to do a whole stabilizer in Kevlar, but I can't stress it enough. This thing has to be able to do a cartwheel and stay together
Yeah, they don't glide very well.
like a rock.
So John, did you find any designs in your research there that you were interested in?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I was trying to look up that Super Sport, see if I can see what the plans look like, because the plans that are in the posting on the forum there, they were laid out as a picture taken of the plan. It was hard to get the details real good, but it looked interesting. And I did find a photograph of the finished airplane that was built back in 2007 by a fella in the Pacific Northwest, and it's a nice looking airplane. Uh, so I was trying to find though a set of plans that I could download to really study it better. And then I ran into Model Hub's plan called the Baron, which is a 15 sized airplane, and it's a cute little bugger. And so I was playing with that, and then I got distracted, and I went and found another one, a Hungarian design with forward swept wings, a stunner, which looked interesting, and I was interested in how he laid his controls out. So yeah, I've been studying those. Time just flew by.
Hmm.
I tell you guys, if you're looking for a pair of electric scissors, there ain't none better than what I got here.
They look good.
Did you put them on your store?
Yeah. Just remember, anytime you go through my link and buy anything, I get credit for it.
Well, I'll start doing that. I mean, it doesn't change the cost to me, and just
No.
gives you a little bit extra.
Yeah, just what I didn't want to do.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, maybe this is not the best way to do this. I need a nice clean line so I can put it right there. Maybe I'll do it with a razor. These are Loex, L-O, oh no, Volex, V-L-O-X-O, Volexo.
Hey, Sparky, am I on?
You're
Yeah,
Yeah,
on,
you're here.
Bob.
You're here.
All right.
You snuck in on us. We weren't watching.
It took me about 40 minutes to figure out how to get in there. After I heard him say, go on to the Stunt Hangar website, it all came together. I had to
Yeah.
I had to install the Zoom meeting app on my phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 If you're on a computer, you don't have to.
Yeah, well, then I can't bring my computer into the workshop. You don't want to look at my living room.
Just like looking at my shop, I guess.
I'd rather look at your shop.
No, you
It's got
wouldn't.
airplanes in it.
This place is a pigsty.
I sent some money to you for the Stunt Hangar. I
When?
tried to send it about 15, 20 minutes ago. I tried to send it to your friends and family, but
Can't
the
do it.
buggers ate. Yeah, I found that out. They want their 4%, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, I got your message too, Sparky. I'm at the end of the month, so after the first of the month, I'll get a little bit off to you.
Well, if you donated already, it's not for people who donated. Have you donated this year?
I haven't donated this year, so
Okay.
I mean, I want to help keep this thing going. It means a lot to me, so.
Yeah, that means a lot to me, too.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if everybody that gets on Stunt Hangar put in a little bit, $5,
Yeah.
$10, he probably wouldn't even have to dig into his own pocket and he'd be able to do giveaways again.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
If everybody
everybody's
gave,
probably got,
if everybody gave me $10, I would never ask. Yeah, that would be everybody gave me $10.
yeah,
Hmm.
well, everybody probably has different situations where they can't afford to, so we'll cut them some slack.
And I hope I get this right.
Hmm.
What are you building, a perky?
Yeah.
What are you building it for? Contest?
Well, I'm building one for me, but I'm going to sell these components.
Carbon fiber, cool.
Yeah, it's a what did you call it? Proof of concept,
Yeah.
Bob? You can apply to maybe build a stunt ship that way.
Tell you what, it looks like it'll hold up with hitting the ground better than a regular perky.
That's exactly what he was talking about earlier this evening. He said it's got to be able to do a cartwheel.
What are you going to put in there? KMB 65?
No, Rusty gave me a Cox Conquest 15. This motor right here.
I have no idea what size you're limited to. Must be 15, huh?
Yep, 15.
Yeah.
This is not the fast one.
You put a Taipan 7.6 on there, nobody will touch you.
Need a Fora.
Oro's a new guy in the town, huh?
Yeah, that's the motor right there that I'm gonna put. That's why I started it, was to put the motor on it that Rusty gave me.
Okay. How big a tank you got to stick on something like that?
1 ounce.
3 ounce? 1 ounce.
He's going to
Yep.
build it into the fuselage.
Yep.
So you're just going for like fastest speed, minimum, maximum speed,
8
and you're not
laps.
worried about doing no stump pattern with it.
No,
8 laps.
8 laps, high
8
speed,
laps.
On a
counting
wing
the
this
takeoff.
on a wing this small, I don't think so. Got an
It
18
looks
inch
like a
wing.
nice elliptical wing.
Yeah.
Pretty skinny though.
How big's the stab and elevator on that thing? Let's see that. You got it made yet?
Yeah, he's working on that.
Let me get this done here first. I got to get it cut. Here's the stab right
You
here.
ain't got time to be building no more. It's time to get into the group chat here. Oh, okay. Let's see that again. Hold that back in there again. Let's see that stab again.
I showed you.
Yeah, you pulled it out of there too fast. I ain't that fast. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's looking at it on a phone too, so it's not quite as easy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Here's
Gonna
the
make that
wing.
out of carbon? Uh-huh.
This is Kevlar shoot between 2 pieces of balsa, and I'm gonna skin it with carbon.
Okay.
This is hollow carbon, the wing, And the fuselage, here's the mold right here. The fuselage is like this.
Looks like a speed pan.
Yeah. And then the top is the exact same thing. And they bolt together like this.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's pretty streamlined looking. It should go pretty fast.
I don't
There's
know.
there's some pretty strict guidelines on the size of the airplane, correct, Bob?
Yes, all the airplanes are the same airplane.
So you got to make the wing that shape.
Yep, the whole thing's
The whole
each
thing's
part-
got to be the same. Okay.
yeah, from 1948, I think.
I got my new ship I've been working on that I want to take to Bodex if it flies good enough. It's doing all right. It turned out a lot heavier than I expected. I was shooting for
I know how that
51
works.
ounces. I was shooting for 51 ounces. Uh,
What it come out?
This-
71?
this one right here.
Oh, there you go.
It's a profile version of a Legacy 40.
Okay.
I wanted to do something different. I wanted to be able to cover two events. I was hoping to cover profile and Tampa with the profile
yeah.
airplane. It turned out to be 51 ounces without the battery. So I took it out and I was flying it. I had a 4S 2800 mile battery in it.
Hmm.
And it was doing pretty good. You know, I got the lap times right. I'm on 62 foot lines. And it was flying pretty good. I had it about 3 minutes. I said, you know what? I got 45% battery left. I'm going to put this thing at 5.5 and let her rip. Man, that thing came down after 5.5 minute flight, and I had 11% left in battery. You don't want to be there. So,
So how much does the battery weigh? 10 ounces?
the 4 ounce the 4S battery was 8.5 ounce.
8.5. Okay.
Yeah. So I had to jump up to a 5S battery, 2800 mile. And that thing's 10 ounces.
Yeah.
Well, 9 plus some change. So that put me, this battery right here. Let's see if I get a picture on it. What the hell is the camera on this thing?
So you were with the same motor, able to
Same.
go from a 4S to a 5S?
Yeah. I got a bunch of guys in my club that I've been talking to.
Yeah.
And we're not running 100% like RC guys are.
Uh-huh.
I got my throttle set at about 49%. So that 5S should do the trick. I got a what is it? I got a Cobra. I'm going to try a Cobra 2820. I was going to go with the 2826, but I'm going to pick up another ounce of weight on the airplane. I don't want to be 61 ounces with an airplane that I built full bodied, and it only weighs 51 ounces.
Yeah.
This thing's already shot the budget.
So you're doing a profile Legacy 40, is that right?
Yeah, I had to
Interesting.
do a whole bunch of modifications to it. Let me take this
I
thing
drew the
off.
plans for the Legacy.
On the prototype, you were the guy?
Prototype, yeah, the 60 size one, and then I sent the files to Walt Moore, and he reduced the size and submitted it as a Legacy 40. Same
Okay.
thing, he just shrunk it.
Yeah, that's the plans I use. Brodak's plans are a little bit different, but they work too. Let's see, what messed this airplane up on the weight was I decided to put a foam wing in it.
Ah,
Eh,
yeah, the Legacy was designed over the telephone between me and Alan Brickhouse.
gonna turn my phone around a minute. I'll show you some of the features on it. All right. So what I did was I had the leading edge of the wing. I don't know, can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What I did
Make
to the
him-
leading edge,
Hold
Make 'em
on,
big.
don't be giving me orders, man. I'm trying to do 10 things at once.
I'm sorry, I was gonna ask you to make him big.
on the foam wing, I took a Geobolt wing and I took and made I had the
There it
mold,
is.
I had the foam buck, so I made the leading edge. And that thing fit right on there on the foam wing. And then I put the fake Geobolt ribs in there. So that everybody thinks I got a Geobolt wing. It's nothing but a legacy. It's a legacy wing. And I took here's where the works go.
Oh,
You guys
nice.
see that?
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Let me get some light on it.
Now, will that 5S battery fit in there?
Yeah, it don't fit the same as the 4S. It's got to go in the way I don't want it to go. I got to put it in. I got to put it in
There you
this
go.
way.
Uh-huh.
And when I put it in like this, the only problem with that, if this thing puffs up, I have no room for expansion.
Uh-huh.
It's guaranteed it's going to puff up. But what are you going to do? There's nowhere to cut more
No,
in here.
no.
I don't want to lose my space for my
That ain't it.
ESC and all the other electronic goodies.
Mm-hmm. What timer are you using?
That's a Will Huben FM9.
FM9, okay.
Yeah. We try to take care of the local guys around here. Will Huben's in Ohio also, so
Oh,
I stick with his product.
How are you managing the cooling there on your battery and your components?
All right. I flew this thing about half dozen times already. The only air it's getting is air coming in here.
And it's not overheating, so
No, I didn't get any overheating. Air
are
comes
you
out.
exiting it? Where's the air exit at? Is that at the back of that doubler?
I got some right here, and there's a couple other holes right here. And if you look down in here, there's a couple of. Let me flip this airplane over real quick, and I'll show you the other side. The other side's got another cheek cowl similar to the removable one, but it's in a fixed position, and it allows some air to get in. You got to have more air go out than you do coming in. You get some
Oh,
air
you do.
going in.
You do. You got to have a lot. It's usually a three, was it 2-to-1 or 3-to-1? I think it's 3-to-1. It's a good safe one to use.
All right, I flew it a half dozen times, and every time it came down, the motor was just warm to the touch. Battery didn't even feel hot.
That's good. So you've
Yeah,
obviously hit it, you know?
The ESC, nice, nothing overheating. That
That's
was one
good.
of, yeah.
It makes me wonder because I've been laying mine out with a lot more access to the cooling air, and I'm wondering if I might be overdoing it then.
Yeah, you gotta watch you don't overdo it. My first one I did, it looked like Swiss cheese on the nose.
Well, I've been following the Denny Adamison's thinking on it, and he's got a lot of electrics under him. But you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is we might all be thinking, you know, a little too open. His design, his way of laying it out is very good and very well designed, but it does allow a lot of air to go through, you know. But see,
Yeah.
you're not having the problem that thought you might have, so that makes me want to think a little more about it.
yeah.
Well, 5S battery that's going in there. I was hoping to get a chance to try it out tomorrow at the field, but it's raining out here right now.
Oh, lucky you.
Lucky. It's been raining since 6 o'clock. We'll set you right.
John's
I'm
out.
being, how would you put it? Yeah.
Yeah, John's out in the
Yeah, you
desert.
want. Oh,
The
What
stations.
part of Ohio are you in, Bob?
Grafton, Ohio. It's about 30 miles southwest of Cleveland.
Okay.
Oh, I'm with the North Coast Control Liners. We fly in
Yes.
at the Brea Fairground.
So you don't have too far to go Brodat.
It's about a 3-hour ride to go there. It's not terrible. No,
No.
I try to make it every year. I like going to Brodex more than I do the Nats. I have more fun there.
I've heard that from multiple people.
The couple times I've been to the Nats, it's like right in the middle of a cornfield, hot as all Hades.
What
Mhm.
size rev ups you looking for?
Me?
Yeah,
Well, you know what I need them for.
no, I don't. What do you need them for?
This bird right here.
What motor's on it?
Stiletto.
What's that? Can you see the writing on that rev up?
No,
It's an 11.6 EW.
EW.
Yeah,
got
I
it.
didn't build this plane, but one of the guys in our club, Bob Shellman, he built it. Man, this airplane's from the early '90s, right before they shut our old field down at the airport at the IX Center. So I left his numbers on. I just put a bar over him. He was out of Strongsville, Ohio, and
well,
I put my number
I'll tell
on
you
it.
this. I got 185 rev up propellers I'm going to be bringing to Brodex. And
All right.
those custom sizes they're going to be obscene. You know, people want to give me 50 cents or $1 or $2. That prop is $10 a piece because they're unobtainium.
The 11.6 EW.
Yeah.
Well, you just make sure you hold on to 2 of them for me. I'll probably get them off you. The one that, remember last year when I was at Brodeck with you and we worked on that, what was it?
Phillips entry.
Yeah, we had what was it? I have to dig through my flight box. I still have that prop. That's my backup prop. It doesn't perform as good as the 11.6 EW on the Super Tiger 46.
Yeah,
But
because
it's
there's not enough width on it, not enough load.
it's a reasonable replacement for not having something else.
Yep. I got
I was at
13 sixes, 14 sixes, 11.6 EWs, 10.6 EWs. Anything with EW on it is going to be pricey.
Well, maybe
You
we could
can't-
work out a deal.
You can't replace them.
Maybe we could work out a deal. I'll be talking to you.
Yeah.
I can make some nice e-juice. We could trade. I'm into trading.
Yeah. I know.
You know what else I might? Hey, are you making carbon fiber landing gear
How many you want?
for like a 40 size airplane?
Yeah.
How many
you
I want? Bring
Yeah.
some. I don't need them right now, but I'll take a look at what you got. If it looks like it's a suitable fit and the price is right, I don't care how much it costs as long as you keep it under $10.
Yeah, right.
That's a good one.
Spotlight. Let's see. I can't. Oh man, I wish I could see across the room. Replace
Yeah.
spotlight. There we go. Here's one right here.
For a profile.
No, don't do profile.
Nothing for profile?
No.
Yeah, those are hard to find. I was looking for those 11.6 EW rev ups at the Toledo show this year. I must have I went through every box that everybody had there. My hands got so stinking dirty from digging through the boxes. It's like they don't have them.
That's right.
Mm.
I got bags and new ones.
I was even looking for a 13.6.
You go find them
Nothing.
either.
No,
Okay.
I couldn't find them. I would have cut that down.
I got 24 new ones. Then I got these here. These are my propellers. These are all
Nice stack.
13.6. And then this is a 10.6. No, let's see. This is a 11.5 EW. This is a
Had
11.6 EW. 11.6 EW. And I got a bag of them too. But these are what I use, my propellers here.
those are your keepers. I got you.
Yeah, they got a $5 price tag on them, but they
That was 1980.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to do like you guys and do a laptop because this cell phone kind of pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Now Steve's
Yeah.
been over my house and seen the bags, the propeller box.
Yep.
Pretty big, huh?
Yes, it is.
Probably that propeller box probably 50 pounds anyway, maybe 75.
Got me beat. I got a couple shoe boxes full. But it's mostly stuff you don't use anymore, you know. Box 35, 10.6s, 11.5 FP motor, whatever they like to eat.
Well, how I ran across these, John Jordan, when he was alive, and I were talking about the price of glow plugs. He said they're $25 a piece. I said,
For
bullshit.
a glow plug.
Yeah, for glow plugs. I said, bullshit.
Yeah.
I get down there and get them for $5. He said, bullshit, show me. So as we're talking on the phone, I looked on eBay, and I guess the guy had just put up this box of propellers, and he had to buy it now on the thing that was super reasonable. 185 brand new rev up propellers in the bag, in the dozen bags. I bought them all. Plus I bought the glow plugs.
Yeah, when you find a deal like that, you gotta strike while the iron's hot.
I'll bet them things weren't up 5 minutes, because if they'd have been up 5 minutes, they'd have been gone.
Oh yeah, and then somebody would have had them on their piecemeal.
Yeah. Selling them on eBay.
Well, that's where he said he bought them, but he just happened to
I've
be
got-
the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Let me get a bag of them. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
I was at an auction a couple weeks ago. Check out this.
These are
Saw it and I gotta get that.
This is the first bag I grabbed here. This is that's a Dumas kit.
This is a Sterling model sailfish. I found it at an auction.
Huh.
And they had a German sailplane. I picked that up too, but I let one of the guys in my club have it for what I got it for. The boat, it's supposed to be just one of them, you let it go and the wind takes it away. You're supposed to go to the other side of the shore and grab it and turn it around.
Oh, it's
trying to-
not RC.
No, I'm trying to shoehorn a radio in there.
Oh, there you go.
It's a challenge, but I accept the challenge. I got the
It's-
servos in there and the receiver and the battery, but it's like, okay, I never rigged up sails before. I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos and it's like, holy smoke, that's a pain in the butt doing one of these boats.
Here's the
Yeah.
bag.
think
Here's
it-
the bag of propellers
Oh, wow.
that. Let me see. Spotlight for everyone. Where the hell is it? There we are. Here's a bag of propellers. They're all in these kind of bags. And I just grabbed a bag. I had 16 4.5s out there now, but these are 13.7s, which I'll use. I'll keep a couple for myself, but I got 13 sixes, 13 sevens, 13 fives, 12 fives, I got all the sizes. But the price on these propellers is $3.49. So that tells you how old they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1980.
It's got the rev up instructions on it.
Back when a gallon of nitro fuel was $9-10.
Yeah, that's ridiculous what they're getting now for it.
Bob, you got some super chats.
I saw that.
I do.
One from Gary and
Oh.
one from Roy.
The other Bob.
Sparky. Sorry,
I-
Sparky.
I said
How do you
thanks.
guys see that?
I've got another window open with the YouTube version going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't conflict with the sound audio quality.
I
or
got the
anything?
sound off. Yeah, I turned the
Oh,
sound
okay.
off on the YouTube.
Yeah.
And one
Yeah.
from Roy and one from Gary Sinclair. And I thank you guys both for those super chats.
Yeah, great.
You're welcome.
So what's Stuart up to?
Not too much.
Not too much.
I did go flying actually this week. Brad and I went out. Actually, couldn't believe it. Went up to 29 degrees. It was like,
Wow, that's a heat wave.
I know.
That's Celsius,
Warm.
right?
It was warm again today. Like, this is not normal for where we live. Usually we're like, I don't know,
Sub-zero.
60. But yeah, it was nice.
So you said it was 29?
Yeah. I couldn't
That's like-
believe
That's over 80. Very
29
nice.
degrees.
it was
You're
warm. I
saying
couldn't,
29 Celsius, right?
Oh, Celsius.
yeah.
Yeah, Stuart's in Canada.
They live in a communist
Ah.
state. They use a different system.
Communist, not quite.
Are you guys gonna go out and look at the conjunction between Saturn, Mercury, and the crescent moon? Looks like a smiley face.
It's cloudy here. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's raining here.
Yeah, I'm not going out there. It's raining.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
got
excite me
clouds
that
here.
much.
I got clouds here, but might not be able to see it tonight unless it clears up. Sometimes it clears up after the sun goes down.
I'm gonna have to get a couple more rolls of carbon so I can build some more fuel tanks. That's what you need, Hudak, because you need one of these.
It's bigger than this.
Oh, you don't have any more glow engines?
I got a couple still. You always got to keep one of them around because there's nothing beats the smell of nitro in the morning, you know?
This weighs less than an ounce. This is a
That's
fuel
pretty
tank.
good.
Weighs less than an ounce.
How big is that tank? Was it 6 ounce?
That one there is a 6.5.
Less than an ounce, huh? All right, let me pull something out here. I got a metal tank, similar size, all right?
Yeah,
Probably.
3 ounces.
I'm gonna throw it on a scale. I'm gonna see what it weighs, just to see what kind of weight savings. I haven't watched one of your YouTube videos to show what the weight saving is.
3 ounces what you got there in your hand.
All right, put yours on a scale. Let's see what you said it weighs less than an ounce.
0.9
0.9. That's pretty good.
mode. 26 grams.
All right.
That weighs 3.5 or 3 ounces.
Fire up my scale. You might, I won't be able to shoot a video of it on there because
It's all right, whatever. Just tell me
low
what it is.
low light quality. I'll tell you what it weighs. Oh,
I
all
know
right, we're at 2.78 ounces
3
with the
ounces.
bag on it.
Yeah. I got them here. I know what they weigh.
All right, you're close. That's pretty good. Now, when you stick that on an airplane, you're fighting to put some extra nose weight in there, aren't you? Or is that what you're
No,
shooting
no.
to achieve, a lighter nose?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, the more paint you put on an airplane, the more tail heavy it gets.
Yeah.
'Cause the heavier it gets, the more tail heavy it gets. So you got to keep the paint off of it in order to use one of my tanks.
Monocoat.
They got to weigh it. An airplane that to use this tank of a regular size got to weigh in the 50s, late 50s, but 50. Can't weigh in the 70s. Like this one here. I don't know. You seen it? I'll be bringing this to Brodak. Shit, you can't even see it. Let me change the camera view. This is 50, I think. There we go. Let me make me big so you can see it on your phone. Spotlight for everyone.
Vortex.
This airplane here has got a carbon tank in it. Oh, we got a line popping up there. Shit, I'm gonna have to doctor that up. I think it was 56 ounces.
That's pretty good. What you got under the hood? What size motor?
60 Super Tiger. And my Viper weighs 53 ounces.
Have to do any special treatment to it to get it to balance right, CG wise?
No,
Tail weight, nose weight, everything just fell in place, huh?
you got to build them light. I think my Viper's even nose heavy. And it's got a carbon tank in it. Wendy talked about building carbon. He flew an airplane with a carbon tank and he noticed that it turned and stopped. And that's why you do it. You get that weight off the nose.
Yeah. A light airplane, well, you know the story. They
Oh, yeah.
just seem to fly better. When you build the same airplane over and over and one's heavier than the other, the heavy one stays on the wall.
Yeah. I think this year I'm going to get my Aegis out and see if I can't make that work. I'm not going to
Got a
fly the
carbon
Nats.
tank?
Yeah, it's everything. It's light. It's 60 ounces. 59, I think. 59, close to 60.
Did you have that at Brodak last year?
No,
No.
never been in competition, never taken anywhere yet. I flew my Viper, I think, last year, the blue one. Oh, no, maybe, no, I flew the blue one, not the checkerboard one. I'm not going to the Nats this year. I can't afford it, so
Yeah.
I'm
Spend the
probably
week
going to
at
go for a
Brodak.
day. I'll go to fly N30 and that'll be it. Say hi to everybody and then go home. But I'll be at Brodak's.
Yeah, you'll have a lot of fun. I know
Yes.
I do.
That's a place to go.
Oh boy, everybody there does the same thing we'd like to do.
Yeah. And the problem is, I don't think it's going to be around much longer. So you got to get in it while you can.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what's going to happen to it. Ever since John's been gone, I wonder, are his sons going to take up the realm?
Nope. Nope.
His Is Buzz gonna keep it going until something happens on her end where she can't keep it going and nobody else is gonna take up the reign? Yeah, if nobody's ever been there, it's like heaven.
It's like camping for a week with
Oh,
airplanes.
geez. The first time I walked in there, I still remember that day. I got goosebumps looking at all them circles and all that grass and all that space, and it was like, I'm home.
There's
And I
one.
know you.
There's one better than that though.
Where's that?
Jonal. That
Oh, that's on my bucket list.
that is a circus. 30,000 modelers there.
You been there, huh?
Oh yeah, twice.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list.
Won't be able to go again though. Jerry died and the motorhome went away. There's no motels there. It's camping only.
Yeah, boondocking.
And it's pretty primitive, you know.
That's what they call boondocking. You can run a generator, but I think they said you had to turn them off at dusk. Is that right?
I don't know. I think we ran ours anyway.
Yeah, Jerry had that big house
Yeah.
that he drove. He didn't even pull it. He drove that thing.
I don't think I'll be in Cleveland anymore either.
Nothing to bring you up this way, huh?
Too far away.
Yeah. Well,
I'm back in the loo.
we had a pretty good turnout last year. Probably 25 people.
That's
A
a good.
regular crowd. I think what brings everybody to Cleveland is the history. Cleveland North Coast Control Liner's got a long storied history that goes way back into the probably, when did they open up that field at the IX Center? 75, I believe. And then they shut it down and built a industrial complex there right next to the IX Center by the airport in 1990. And we lucked out and latched onto the Berea Fairground, and they let us fly there for free. We just maintained the circles.
Now that John is gone, you ain't gonna see a dating contest.
I used to like John. He'd come to our contest. I still remember the time I was at Brodex with him, and I was like in second place. He come and put that second flight in and beat me by half a point. I had to go over by my tail. You just had to do that, didn't you? He's like, do what? Kick me out of second place by half a point, you dog.
Yeah.
I used to rib him about it. He'd rib back too. What was that he used to have at that time?
SV11 Katana.
What? The Katana. That's it. Yeah, that was a nice airplane.
Lumber wagon.
It flew
72
pretty
ounces.
good though.
72 ounces.
He had enough horsepower to pull it though, didn't he? He had a piped engine on there.
J65, you ought to.
Yeah, he hauled it around pretty good.
We got a nice shirt on there, Doc. John Miller, you got a nice shirt on.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, has he got
I
Stunt
got it.
Hangar shirt?
I got it from this guy that has been on the computer a lot.
Yeah.
Talk about that guy that builds a lot of airplanes.
Yeah, he sands a lot. You know, people watch him standing.
They like that.
They like that.
Yeah, he can build one in a month.
I heard a story about one that was built in less than 11 days.
Now, it
I
took
heard
11
that too.
11 days to do it. That's my 11-day Aries was done on
Yeah.
Stupid Stunt. And I won the Spirit of 64 with it, or 62, or whatever that is.
With an 11-day airplane. My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't no going to sleep on that airplane. You probably stayed in that shed of yours building that airplane the whole time, and just the wife slid your dinner under the door.
I did not stop. I think the paint was still wet when I took it there.
Wow.
He was high in the car all the way from the faint fumes.
Oh yeah.
How many of us have ever done that?
Not from not from model airplaning, but there was one.
Don't, careful, Steve, what you say.
No, I was down. My dad had a wooden Chris Craft cabin cruiser,
Oh,
and me and my brother were down in the bilge cleaning with some stuff, and man, oh, couldn't even stand up.
That would be acetone.
It must have been because that was something else. We didn't go back. He saw what happened to us. He didn't send us back in the bilge.
Well, now you know we're on, Bob. You can come on. We're on Mondays and Fridays at 7 o'clock Central.
Yeah, I might have to set up my laptop and put the Zoom meeting on it, because phone,
the phone just
Tend to
doesn't
move.
get it, does it?
no,
Yeah.
I tend to move around too much, and it's like
Yeah.
I can't even tell if my battery's dying on it yet. If
It'll
I
get a
drop
smoke.
out,
Howard Rush uses his phone.
if I drop out, you'll know that my phone died.
Your phone
I don't have
died,
it-
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it hooked up to a life support.
And Joe Gilbert uses his iPad.
That's Joe iPad.
His name on Zoom is iPad.
I had to change the name on mine, otherwise it would have been Samsung S20 something or other.
Oh, got a message.
Yeah, I'm trying to upload some apps on my phone.
Looks like you got quite a collection there, Bob Hudak. Quite a
With
collection
the
of
airplanes?
airplanes.
Yeah, they're every one of them flies. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's two of them back there that don't yet. I got some gassers. Look,
Yeah, so what do you got there?
and the Flight Streak
Flight Streak, yeah.
Ringmaster that I cracked up at the
Was that a
Ringmaster
Ringmaster
Flyathon
Imperial?
last year. No,
Yeah.
that's a Super Ringmaster.
Super Ringmaster.
Yeah. Am I holding the camera right, or is it
Yeah,
like
yeah, you are.
Yeah.
that one I was upside down and the motor quit on it. You know the story on that when that happened.
Yeah.
One of Tom Morris's Cavaliers.
Oh, is that the electric one?
Yeah. I got
Yeah,
the prop off because every time I walked by, it tried to poke me. So it's like, all right, I know what I'll do with you. I had to tie it up out of the way.
There you go. Cardinal.
You were doing that Cardinal electric too.
Oh, it's electric. It has plenty of room in the nose for all the stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what I like about the Cardinal. I remember when the Cardinal first came out, it seemed like everybody had one. Now you barely see one out flying anymore. I don't know what happened to them. Maybe they just don't have any more to.
I don't know that they're. Yeah.
Here's a gasser.
Oh,
It's got the Tower Hobby 40 on it. It's a pretty good flying airplane. It's a P-40. What is that? The P-40 Warhawk. There's another Cavalier too. This one flies real good.
oh.
The only thing about the Cavalier, they don't like to fly in the wind too much.
Oh, great.
They're a fair weather. Yeah, that's a fair weather airplane. There's a Legacy. That's a Legacy 40. I busted the nose off of it.
Ooh,
I hooked the lines up upside down last year. I got to talking to one of the guys at the circle. Never talk to someone while you're in the middle of connecting your lines of the handle.
that
This
is
is what
definitely a
happens.
good, good thing to think about. Yeah.
You got about 5 seconds to figure out what's wrong, and by the time you do, you're hitting the dirt.
Yeah.
I don't even this one here. Can you guys see that one?
Yeah.
You got a Weber 32 on it. I bought that at an auction for $30. It
Hmm.
had a FP 40 on it. And I'm like, I didn't even know what it was. I thought, hey, for $30, the motor's worth something.
Yeah.
So I got it home and I'm looking inside the wing and the leading edge and I see the giveaway. It's a Banshee.
Oh,
Look what they did to that. Whoever built that airplane knew a couple things to be able to hack it and make it look like something totally different.
mm-hmm.
I put a Weber 32 on there. That thing, it flies good. It flies real good. There's one of them Legacy R's. That's the
Mm-hmm.
one I made. The thing I made that was one of the first ones I turned into electric. Look at all the holes in it, like
Oh,
Swiss
yeah,
cheese.
that's your airflow.
Yeah, you don't need all that. You don't need all that. I didn't know back then that you didn't need all that.
Yeah. What's that hiding behind it?
That's a smoothie. I'm going to try to get to the other side. There's my F-105. She's waiting on technology to catch up with her.
Hmm.
That's a smoothie.
Oh, there's a smoothie.
Yeah, it was a smoothie ARF. I bought it at Brodex about 5 years, maybe 6 years ago. It was in their junk pile. If you ever go to Brodex and you go to their warehouse, ask them if you could dig through their junk pile.
Huh.
When I went into the junk pile, I found a smoothie. It had the black and white covering on it. It was missing the rudder. So
Oh,
I talked to the lady that was working in the warehouse. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $45 for it. It's missing a rudder. All right. So
how
I took
about
it and
that?
I went to the Brodeck contest and I saw somebody that had a smoothie and I walked up to him and I said, hey, can I trace your rudder? Like, what do you need to do that for?
Hmm.
I told him I need a rudder. I didn't have plans, you don't get plans when you buy a HARF.
Hmm.
I got a couple other big airplanes back here, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm not too crazy about 60 size airplane.
What is
I
that?
don't, it's called a Stratus.
Stratus. I don't think I've ever heard
Yeah,
that one.
I don't, I don't think I ever heard of one either. It's got a foam wing on it. It used to have a Super Tiger 60 on it. I still got the motor. I took it out of there. The guy busted one of the wing tips on it, so I got to make a new wing tip on it.
Hmm.
And it's on the back burner. It's one of them
Yeah.
airplanes that right now it's a wall hanger,
Yeah.
but it was too nice to throw in a burn barrel, so it's on the back burner.
Yeah. Well, thanks
I
for
put a
showing
six.
us your collection, Bob. That was interesting.
Yeah, I've watched you guys with your channel here and a lot of people pull out their airplanes, and it's kind of neat to look at what they have hanging,
Yeah.
or what they're working on. There's a, I know a lot of people say, "How do you hang your airplanes?" Well, take a piece of guy wire with a couple of big eye bolts into the studs, get up there,
Hmm.
and you run a guy wire, not some cheap stuff. You get the heavier stuff, and then you put a couple of the cable clamps on it. I just hang them all by the tail.
Single wire?
One nylon coated guide wire. It's
Huh.
the heavy stuff, not that stuff that you would use for holding up clothesline, something heavier,
Uh-huh.
like what you would
18th
wrap
inch.
around a swimming pool cover, real thick.
Hmm.
But if I had these off of that wire, there's no way I'd have enough room in this garage to hang all of them.
Yeah.
And the wife ain't gonna let this happen going in the living room or bedroom with them.
Mm-mm.
So I got all creative with where I was gonna put them.
Yeah.
Every one of them, except the ones I showed you back there with the busted up parts on them, there's only two that don't fly.
They're all flyable. That's great.
Yeah.
Of course, you can only fly one at a time.
Well, I make sure I take two, because
Yeah.
you go out there with one and there's something always comes up, and then you're like, oh, I wish I would have brought two.
Yeah. I've done that plenty of times.
And you're out there with your buddies, and guess what you become? You don't
Spectator.
have an extra. Oh, no, you become come over here and let my airplane go for me while you're not
Oh,
doing
yeah.
nothing.
A stooge.
Yeah.
You become a stooge.
All right, guys, I tell you what, I don't know what time it is in your side of the country, but it's almost 10 o'clock here.
Yeah, almost 10 there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the bunny slippers on and I'm gonna sign off, and we'll talk upon you all later. All right,
Thanks for
All right.
dropping in, Bob. It's good to see you.
all right.
You
I'll
Brodak.
stop by again sometime. Bye-bye.
You look really introspective there, John. You're really into something.
Yeah, I'm trying to get logged into this thing.
Oh,
So I've got where it's not working.
hmm. That's a bummer.
And
Hey, Bob,
it's,
it might be flyable on Wednesday.
Yeah.
There's a slight chance of rain, so I guess we'll have to wait until Tuesday night to see what's going on. But wind and temperature didn't look too bad.
Temperature meaning how, like what?
72.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, 72. Oh, now they bumped up the chance of rain. Damn. It was only like 15%. Now it's 70. What the hell? Oh, that's a cumulative. Okay. This this iPhone weather app, it's great. It's got a graph for the chance of precipitation. So at noon, it's only 15%. At 10 a.m., it's only 15%. So that may be possible, but could change between now and then.
That puts me right in the ballpark. Well, we're kind of stuck at 4,724 members. It hasn't went up. During the summer, I usually get 2, 3 a day. Now it hasn't moved for a month.
Huh. There's still 27 watching.
For you guys watching, make sure you hit the like button and
Oh, we got 21 likes. That's much better than it was.
and ring the bell for notifications, because it shows that I think only about 13% of my audience is notified.
Did that help your metrics?
Yes. Leave a comment in the description or in the comments after the video is over. That helps.
Oh, okay.
It's called engagement.
That's what they call it, huh?
Yep. The more engagement I got, the more the channel is pushed out there. And, you know, I'm never going to have 1 million subscribers like the people showing a dog taking a crap on a newspaper, but
Yeah. Hey, Stuart's back. What were you flying with in the 80-degree weather there, Stuart?
Oh, I had my twister.
Oh, okay.
I
Is
flew
that
it.
gas or electric?
Flew the Vector that Brad gave me, and I got the carburetor from Jim on that. So now it sounds like it's running a lot better than what it was. So I gotta change the prop though, I guess. Brad suggested I go down a half a pitch. So we'll do that.
Carburetor or Venturi?
I got a new Venturi.
Oh, okay.
The one was the diameter where it sat in there was too small, and it wasn't. I got the setup where the hole goes through the side of the Venturi into the intake. So
What motor was that?
better. I was really having a problem getting it to run. It just didn't run right. So now it's pretty good.
What motor?
It's a 36. Is it? I forget if it's a Super Tiger or the what's the other one? I'm terrible with the engines. But it's run good.
That's good.
We'll try this other prop and see if it runs even a little better.
Hmm.
So
What prop are you using?
was it Yoshi or whatever they call them? Was it 11, 4.5?
Oh, okay.
We're gonna cut her down to a 4, I think. See what happens.
Does it want to run faster?
Yeah, so hopefully that'll slow it down a tad.
Mm-hmm. So you find patterns with it or just round and round?
Well, I will be. I flew patterns last year with the twister. Now on the twister, I took the deflection out on the rudder.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. But it seems like there's still enough tension on it too, so on the line. I was running a little quick though, but yeah, so let's go.
I think Bob likes engine offset more than rudder offset. Right,
Yeah, well,
Bob?
Bob told me that
Yeah.
to take the rudder or the deflection out, so we'll see how it goes. But seemed like it was good line tension still, even though it was running a little quick.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised. So I'm hoping
Well,
that
that's
helps
good.
with corners
Yeah.
a little bit.
well, everybody on YouTube, it's time to sign off. So if you want to continue this, you got to go over to Stunt Hangar and sign in and join the chat. And I appreciate you guys watching. Let me get over to where it's at here. Come on.
Now you got 27 watchers, 21 likes.
Yeah. Content. We got to go here live. I only run this for 2 hours. That, you know, at least for now.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Gary, you shut it off last time. You want to just let it run?
Oh, I shut it off when everybody leaves.
Yeah, but you ended the YouTube on the YouTube side last time. Do you know how to
Boy,
do that? It'll say end on YouTube when you hit the X out
yeah.
and just end it on YouTube.
And then you can end it again by the main chat then. Huh?
Right. When you
Okay.
hit the X to log out, it'll say end on YouTube and then hit yes.
Okay.
All righty, I'm done, and we're going to turn it over to Gary, and we'll make him the host. Yes. You got it?
Mhm.
He's got it. All right, Bob, I'll call you Sunday evening about Monday.
All righty. I'll talk to you. See, if I don't get off of here, I won't be able to unwind, and I won't get to bed till midnight, and then I'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't want that.
No.
All
All
right,
right,
guys.
Bob.
Anytime.
Good night.
Good
night.
night.
All right, Gary, you're in
All right, here
control
we-
now.
I guess, yeah.
So
Stuart, you gonna go to the Nat?
nope,
No?
no,
Rodak?
no.
No? Any contests up in Canada?
There's one in Toronto that I'm gonna go to, I hope. I went last year, so it was good.
Now they run FAI rules on that?
Um, no, just the AMA rules.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm Len and Naomi.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna do a training for them next week. But
okay.
they said, pretty much just stick to the AMA stuff.
The AMA jumped up um their membership.
For
So
Canadians or in
yeah,
general?
like it used to be like $40 or 45, and now it's up
Yeah.
to 125. And
Oh
then
my.
the exchange on it's like $175 roughly.
For
So it's like,
an AMA membership?
yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, what are you guys paying? I think aren't you paying like 150 or something?
No, I don't think it's that much.
No.
Unless I made a mistake when I looked at something.
I'm a contest director, so I get it for half price. And I'm old, so I get a discount. I think mine ended up being 35.
Really?
Well,
Maybe I read something wrong then. I don't know what
think-
happened.
I think the sun was 75.
I don't know. I'll have to relook at that or something.
Correction, I'm a contest director and I ran a contest. You can't just be a contest director and not run a contest
Well,
and
it
get
was,
the
I think,
discount.
80 or so. I thought it was 80. I don't know why then. Hang on just a sec.
Yeah. Have you logged in and found what you were looking for, John?
Well, I think I might be there. I'm now testing it. So
Yeah, I met a lady and her husband from New Zealand at the Worlds last year. And she wants to go through the training, so I'm going to have to pull down the FAI stuff and make sure I discuss the differences. Of course, the scoring's different, but a couple of the maneuvers are different as well, mainly takeoff and landing.
So what is the landing? You had, or our landing? You had to make a whole lap with the motor off and then land it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's the two main important things on an airplane, and taking off and landing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
it says $125 US for an affiliate membership.
Wow.
from Canada.
Yep. That's what I
That's
say. By the time I add on 40% for the dollar exchange, and I'm going, if I had, I last year I went to Detroit to fly there in a little contest, which
uh-huh.
pretty small, but it was fun to go because I'd never been there too. So I was thought, well, maybe I'll do that again. But now I'm looking at, I'm not going to Rodex or the Nats, and I'm looking at this and I'm going $175 for one event plus an event charge.
No.
I think
So
AMA,
the
I think they kind of screwed up there.
yeah, so the
But,
contest in Detroit, they require you to have AMA.
oh yeah, you got to have that
Oh
to
wow.
go. Like it's just, and this is the problem. Like, is yours cheaper than that?
Yeah,
No.
I think mine started out at 85, and then I got
Mm.
half price because I was contest director that ran a contest,
Yeah.
and then I had another little discount because I'm old.
So then why are we getting charged 125?
I have no idea. That
Actually
doesn't
should
make
be
any
less
sense at all.
money. It should be less money than what you pay because we
Right.
hardly like it's like they're actually it was funny. There was a thing they came up about their website today, a survey, and I kind of put
Oh
in
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Fill
got
that
that
out.
in
too.
there that send it to your president, for him to ponder.
Hmm.
Because like yeah, it was $45. That's probably what it should be.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, because like I say, if we only go over there once, I'm not gonna pay $170 plus an event fee just to go to one little contest.
Right, right.
It's more
No,
just
I
having
you
to
know, and
have,
I'm sure it's some things out of their control, like the
yeah.
cost of the insurance.
I mean, I can't see that. What's the difference between you and us? Really, when you think of it, just so a member, I don't know.
No.
Just maybe somebody did a typo error. Maybe it was supposed to be 1250.
Yeah, that'd be much better. Yeah.
So, like, I'm just thinking, I'm not gonna go now. Like, it's, it's just too
Yeah,
bad. I was
that's
looking forward
terrible.
to going to Detroit for the day with the,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I'm sure the other guys won't go neither. So it's like there's probably three people that like we went together last year, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just don't go.
Yeah.
There's.
So you're actually south of Detroit, right?
Technically, yeah, we are.
I'll
Technically,
be
yeah.
I'll be
Like
back a
we're at
minute.
the just south of Detroit a little bit.
Yeah. But
I'm in
across
I
the
live right on Lake Erie, and it's the most
yeah,
southern part of Canada. I mean, there's
yeah.
Point Pelee, which juts into the lake too, but into Lake Erie. But
Uh-huh.
so I don't know. Yeah, it's only an hour and 20 minutes to get to the field over there in Detroit, I think.
Wow.
So
So is there a bridge or something that goes
there's a
across the
bridge and
lake?
a tunnel, and they just built another bridge. There's a lot of
Wow.
traffic goes across the bridge there. It's back and forth like stuff. So
I
that's
wonder if those sanctions had anything to do with the AMA rate.
well, I don't think
Shouldn't,
it
but
shouldn't.
maybe
That's
it did.
it's a membership, but I can't see that.
No, but
I don't understand that then if you're only paying what you're paying, it just even if
yeah,
it's insurance, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, I understand.
I can't figure that out. Maybe I might even call him and ask him, say, what's going on here? So, oh well. But I'm telling you, it'll deter a lot of people now. They just, well, because it was 180 or it was 80 or something before. So
Full membership, $85.
see,
65 and older, $75.
hey, it says 125. So something's not right here.
Well, you don't have the,
They say it should be less than what you pay because we hardly ever use it. Like if it was, I mean, there's a few people that'll go down south or something to fly through the summer or the winter kind of thing or something. But for the most
Huh.
part, a lot of Canadians don't go down that much.
no,
So it's not like we're there the whole year. You know what I mean?
right.
I don't know. I think they made a boo-boo or that's their decision.
My
Yeah,
son paid.
I'm not even seeing an affiliate membership
Yep.
on their website.
My son paid $75 for a year
Yeah.
for AMA.
There's the thing. Somewhere.
Huh. Son of a
So-
gun. That's crazy.
Yep. So I don't know why they did that. That's just not, I don't know what they were thinking. So it's too bad because I really think it's gonna deter a number of people. They're just going across the border, like,
Yeah.
even if they go to Ohio to meet there, or if they're just gonna go to one, they're just not gonna bother. So well,
No, that doesn't make sense to me.
I might even give them a call tomorrow.
Of course, we have to have it, just to fly.
What's that, Gary?
We have to have it just to fly at our club.
Yeah.
We have
Oh,
to
yeah.
pay AMA membership.
We have our AM or our Mac up here for our insurance too, but our
Mhm.
Mac insurance, can't remember how much it runs. But I use it all year round, or the whole summer.
Yeah.
So I think it's around 100, which would be kind of equivalent to what you guys pay because of the
Okay.
exchange.
So you're getting the ARAMA just so you can come to a meet,
Or sorry,
or you just pay for our AMA so you can come to a meet down here.
right. That's what we have to do to fly down
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
if
if,
you're not,
and
if you're
if
not
we're
gonna
in
come
the
to a meet, yeah,
US, yeah, if we're in the US and we want to fly in Canada, we have to get a MAC membership and it's only 95.
Yeah.
oh, it's the
Well,
time, it's money changing.
I think our stupid Mac did something wrong too.
That could be. Yeah, that could be.
They started out putting a fee on and they shouldn't have. I think they should have just
Maybe maybe it's a pissing contest.
left
Sorry.
them 0-0 and don't even bother. But I mean, for the amount that we fly in each other's countries, it's like,
That's crazy. It should just, I don't know, something changed in 2021. Apparently there should be an exchange. If you got a Mac membership, you should be able to fly an AMA and vice versa
yeah,
without
unless
any extra stuff.
the insurance
That's crazy.
insurance companies are getting greedy.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So I don't know.
That's for sure.
It's just frustrating. When I saw that, I just go, what?
Yeah, that's a real bummer, Stuart. Sorry to hear that.
Oh, well, it's life. Things change.
Yeah. Are there any contests near you in Canada that you can go to?
Yeah, well, Toronto's about where we go is about a good 2.5 to almost 3 hours.
That's not too bad.
You go down for the day and then come back.
Yeah. Well,
Then we have one at our own club, and then we go to a fun fly in Kitchener, which is about 2 hours from here. And then
yeah, that's doable in a day.
yeah, we go down there in the morning and come back.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. We had quite a few guys. There was around 20 last year, I think.
That's not a bad turnout.
That and then ours, I think we had about 15, if I recall, and at the Beanfield in Dresden. So
Whereabouts is it in Toronto? Whereabouts is it in Toronto? Close to the airport?
Yeah,
Fair
kind of, but it's yeah, a little bit south. I think
south.
it's southeast of there a little bit. It's near the not far from the 401. So
Okay.
it's like 10, 15, 20, well, about 15 minutes, I think. 10 minutes. Depends how much traffic.
Uh,
Toronto
now
Zoo.
are Len and Naomi near you, or are they
Yeah, they're like Dresden's about 35 minutes from me,
okay?
40 minutes maybe. Um, so I go up there and fly with him and Brad at the bean field.
Okay, well, yeah, that's worthwhile. That's nice.
Ben's in Dresden and Brad's just outside of Dresden, like 5 minutes. So
I don't
So
think I've
what?
met Brad.
yeah, well, he's been on here the odd time.
Has he? Okay.
Not for a while though.
Hmm.
So what route do you take to go to Toronto? 401?
Yeah, we take the 401. It goes straight
401.
across. So that place is becoming a zoo for traffic though. Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you can't, it's pretty bad.
Go through Mississauga there.
Yeah. Once you hit the Mississauga, then it's like it can be pretty rough. But compared to when I went to school, like a long time ago, I went to college there in Toronto.
Is it?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, William went through there. They call it the collectors,
yep.
where you get collectors to get on the.
You get
That's
just like,
interesting.
so there's just too many people.
It's hairy. Oh, all right.
Yeah. The place in Toronto goes called Centennial Park. So they're redoing, I don't even know if we'll be able to go there this year. They were gonna redo all the circles. And so I don't know what's if they did it or not or what the scoop is, but so that might we might not even be going to that contest. So which is too bad because oh well, it's the way it goes. Hopefully, hope it'll be ready, but I kind of almost wonder. See.
Is that a private park or a municipal park or
It's municipal.
okay?
It's
So you're dealing with the government.
yeah, but actually it sounds like they're I'm not sure if it's Toronto or Mississauga, but I think it's Toronto. But they're willing to spend the money.
Hmm.
They're putting in a world class kind of outdoor soccer field.
Oh yeah.
It's like a FIFA field, I think they call it, and
Wow.
it's got to be like manicured lawn, like half-inch cut, and the whole.
Yeah.
There's some regulations for them to do that. So they said to the ones that were doing the park, and it's right beside, literally right beside the soccer field. So they said, well, then you might as well just cut our lawn like that too.
Yeah. There you go.
Lanes and so I'm not sure. We do have a paved ring.
Oh, okay.
It's not very wide, but we fly off of that, so it's grass in the center of the ring.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, as long as it's cut, you should be good.
Yeah.
You don't want to get hung up on any
I don't know if they're going to put the pave in, like the asphalt back in, or if they're going to just go grass.
mm,
I don't know, but if they do and they cut it really good, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's
no. We got at Booter Park here in St. Louis, we've got a donut like you're talking about. And then we have a square pad that's like 75 square. And then we have a speed cage
Oh
with
yeah.
all asphalt. Yeah, we're fortunate with that that facility. Of course, it's flooded twice this year,
Yeah, I know you got water problems. So you said since
but
they changed things.
yeah, but that's a good thing because that property can't be used for much else.
Yeah, will always be a yield.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could tear out our stuff and put in more soccer fields,
Yeah,
but for right now, they're minimally maintaining it.
yeah. So
Is that Phil Bailey?
Yeah, is he in the hospital?
Oh my goodness, where are you, Phil? You're muted.
You're muted. Mhm.
Nope, still muted.
What's he got sticking up there? His foot?
I don't know if that's that's his thumb.
A stem. Oh, okay.
Oh my. Nah, he's still muted. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if that's something you can do, Gary, or as a host or not.
I don't.
Can you
I got
unmute
it
him?
finally.
Oh, there we
Hey.
go. There we go.
Yeah, finally. No, I'm in a hotel room in Albuquerque. We had a
Oh
funeral
my
today.
goodness.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What?
Nephew's
Why are you in
funeral.
Why are you in Albuquerque?
Nephew's funeral.
Oh,
Yeah, I had
yeah.
a nephew die of a heart attack.
Oh
Well,
my.
stuff happens.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. My flying buddy, Mark Hughes, is going to Florida for a wedding. That's a much more cheerful event.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a better deal.
Yeah.
This one was totally unexpected. He just was
Yeah.
doing well and was only 30. I've forgotten how old he is. 32, 30, 35.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my golly.
Wow.
Young fella.
That's really early.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things, guys. God didn't
Yeah.
promise us tomorrow,
All right. That's for sure.
but sure didn't expect him to go this young.
No.
So how's everybody doing this week? Where is everybody?
Doing all right.
All right.
Doing all
Where's
right. Got
Mr.
the flight.
Sparky?
He's already gone.
He's off. Mhm.
He's I don't know. He's been having some trouble sleeping,
Oh,
and I can't
Well,
get him to go to a doctor. So, anyway, he dropped off about 25 minutes ago, and
it's only 8:30 here. It'd be it'd be 10:30 at home. So yeah, that's about
yeah,
right.
it's
He usually takes
it's almost 9:30 here in St. Louis. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm all
he said,
screwed.
Oh, you're out there where in John's time zone.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 8:24 where we are.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sun was still up. Well, that's down now. Sun was still up till a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what, John. A trip from my time zone to your time zone makes for a long day.
But you'll make it up on the way back.
Yeah, and I tend to sleep too.
You fly there?
Oh yes, I'm not driving. I'm too old to drive it. We've done that several times. We've driven out here several times. My brother used to live out here, but he's in Arkansas now.
Oh, okay.
And I should just say Arkansas like it's supposed to be. But anyway, he lives in Arkansas now, and we just decided that we were coming out for this thing. We were not going to drive. So,
yeah, I don't blame you there.
No, that's 3 days of hard driving, 2 days of really hard driving.
So you haven't gotten any flying done, huh?
No, I've flown like I think one or two patterns this year. Every time I go out there, it's windy as the dickens or it's raining or something. Tommy called me earlier tonight and said, "Hey, we're going flying in the morning." I said, "Good, have a great time. I'm in Albuquerque."
Oh man, yeah.
So,
well, our field's right up against the river, so we got flooded twice this year already.
Yeah, but at least you're going to be able to keep your park.
Yeah, unless they decide to put in more soccer fields.
Well, Wouldn't surprise me none. I'll put it
No,
that
it
way.
wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah.
We got
But they,
we got a RC club nearby that's willing to set up a circle for us, but you know, it wouldn't be as nice as what we got at Booter.
Oh Lord, no, it wouldn't be as nice as Boulder. It wouldn't be near as famous, but at least you'd have a place to fly, you know.
Right, right. So we're just, you know, we're just going with the flow for now.
That's all you can do. That's all any of us can do.
Yep,
we got
yep.
a nice park, but we don't know for how long, because the way they're going, they were gonna fix it up. Let's see, how long? About 8 years ago, and they ain't done a darn thing in that time.
Mm-hmm.
Not for your section.
Not for our section anyway. Now they improved the radio control section and took a perfectly good building down and built them a building that they can sit in the middle of and look up. It's got more view of the sky. Now,
How about
why they
that?
needed that, I have no earthly idea. We went over and got to looking, and there's two people over there that fly
Wow.
that live in Forsyth County. There's about 100 of them, seems like. There's always a crowd of them out there. But there's 2 of them in that club that are from Forsyth County. There's 8 of our guys that are from Forsyth County. But, you know, they outnumber us.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more of them than there are y'all. Really? Anybody? How many pay taxes in Forsyth County?
Right.
How many worked for the city for 30 years? We got 2. So
do you have to pay anything extra?
No.
Oh,
It's
that's
free,
good.
but it's free, but it's aggravating because I don't understand something. Now I'm a simple kind of guy and I don't understand a lot of things, but I do not understand putting in 135 foot by, I don't know how wide it is, probably 20, 30 feet. It's at least as big as a 2-lane road. I don't know why you need that, because you go out there and you go to the 3 fun flies that they've had so far in the last year and a half. Nobody but one guy, me, took off the runway. Nobody but one guy, me, landed on the dang runway.
Yeah, that's because the RC guys, they can't land.
Land, they can't fly. All they know how to do is bomb up the center of the circle, do a split S, and come around and bomb back down it. And when they come back down it, they're going right over the control line circles because they don't have sense enough to go caddy corner and go that way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. They come right over top of us. You can be flying. I've had them come through the circle while I was flying and come over. You nearly hit me. And I had to explain to the boy that I'm tethered. If you hit me or we hit, you are at fault, not me.
That's right.
Look at your AMA rules and regulations and read what it says. What's AMA?
Yeah. Oh my God, they don't have AMA.
No,
it's not required.
It's supposed to be. The sign says it is, and all of the control line flyers have them. We're all ready to pull our cards out and show people.
Yeah, but nobody ever asks.
No, but nobody ever asked the RC people either.
That's the way it is at Booter. We had to get a permit this year for $90. We got this crappy little printout that easily could be duplicated. We're supposed to stick that in our window. So Mark was out there Tuesday and he said 2 different Rangers stopped, watched him fly, and left. Never, no boot, didn't ask a darn thing, didn't look for
they don't hear either.
Permit. They don't. The Rangers don't really care. That's extra work for them.
Well, yeah, if they have to get out of the car, that's extra work.
That's right.
Well, we got the same problem with that we've got with the fishing in the local river. There's so many people poaching and keeping the fish. They catch a fish and it goes in their backpack. It's supposed to be catch and release only, and I couldn't figure out why the Rangers never come out and check it. There's 2 Rangers for the entire county. Good grief.
Yeah, that's crazy. And we got plenty of Rangers and police, but they hardly ever come by. And even when they do, they don't get out of the car.
Yeah, ours the same way. Nothing new. Well, Big John, how are you doing this week? I hadn't heard anything out of him.
He is busy on something.
He's busy something.
He's got a project going and he's muted.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
I get down at the bottom and I got like end meeting for all, and then I got leave meeting. So I don't have
Hmm.
anything about
No,
this. So
it was me. I had not pushed the button. I'm
Nothing
talking
about
too long.
YouTube, huh?
no. So we're still online in case you wanted,
Huh.
Ah,
I don't know how to end it on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't
You
either.
said when you close out, I think to end the Zoom meeting, then you click it to shut it off.
Yeah, but
Before I go, Steve, just a quick question. When are
Well, I
you,
just,
Len and Naomi, doing that? The meeting?
the training,
Yeah.
let me get my calendar back up here.
So I was wondering if I could do it with you, or do you just want to?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, sure. Let's see. I'm doing it on Thursday, the 1st of May. It's 1 o'clock Central, so that would be 2 o'clock your time.
We're Detroit's time. So I think the
Oh,
same.
is that Eastern or Central?
Oh, geez, I always forget.
Well,
Sorry,
what term are you in the same time zone as Len and Naomi?
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be at 2 o'clock your time, 2
Okay.
to 4.
Yeah, you go with a coffee with the guys from the RC club, but I'd rather get this done. So I'll see
I
if
will. I'll send you the stuff, and I'll send you the Zoom link.
Okay.
Do I have your email?
I'll give it to you on the chat here.
All right, that'll work. Yeah, we're mainly going to go over the AMA stuff. We're not. I mean, I'll touch a little bit on FAI,
Yeah, well, we don't deal with that anyhow, so
except unless you're doing team trials, right?
yeah. So there we go. He should have got that.
I got it, Stuart.
All right, I'm gonna check out of here and hopefully
okay.
you're on Thursday then.
Yep, Thursday, 2 o'clock your
Yep.
time.
We'll see you guys.
All right,
Okay.
Stuart. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
can you hear me now?
Hmm. Yeah, we can hear
I can
you.
hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I don't know Stuart's last name.
I don't either.
Okay, well, I
Oh.
won't put one in.
So, how do you like being out in this time zone though, Phil? Have you gotten used to it yet? But
well, not a chance. Not a chance. I got up on my time this morning. It was 10 o'clock, and I was supposed to be at the funeral place at 11 o'clock. And I said, oops. So we got dressed right quick and took off. This is
Wow.
second meal we've eaten today, and the first one was late. But
uh,
anyway,
well, shucks. Sorry you had to come under the circumstances you came, but it's nice to have you out here
me
in the
too.
West.
Yeah. He wasn't sick or anything? This fella? My golly.
No, he had a pit bull, and the pit bull mauled him. Got mad for something. They don't. There was 3 other people in the yard, including his girlfriend, who I met today. About as big around as your little finger, except very shapely. She's a beautiful little girl, but went right past her and attacked him and chewed up his arms, and it surprised him so bad and scared him and everything else so bad that he had a massive heart attack. Said he went over to his mother, who was also out in the backyard. Two of the guys that were there pulled the dog off of him and put him back in the cage, and he walked over to his mother and just collapsed in her arms.
Oh man.
She is a trauma room nurse, trauma department nurse.
Yeah.
So when it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
That's a sad story.
Yes,
Was it
it
a pit
is.
bull, you said?
Do what?
Was it a pit bull?
Yep.
Yeah.
Those
Very
are
sweet
dogs. They
By all
can be so affectionate with a family,
Yeah.
They're
And then
so they guard the family so strongly. They're dangerous
Yep.
because of that.
But
yeah.
this was the family. It was his
Wow.
dog.
Well,
That's strange.
the dog must have gotten in his mind that he was going to hurt one of the family.
I don't know, but I tell you what, it was one of those deals where I heard about it and I just couldn't believe that they kept the other two pit bulls.
Mm.
Two. I said, Catherine, have you lost your mind?
Yeah.
Oh, they're sweet as they can be. So was that one until it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm staying out of it.
Yeah.
I read a report on the internet about how fast certain breeds of dogs can kill you,
Excuse me.
Mm.
and the one that can kill you the fastest is the pit bull.
Yeah.
The second, I think, is the German Shepherd.
Mm. I believe it.
Yeah, Dobie's number 3. Dobie's easy. You just grab a coat, jacket, whatever you got, and wrap it around your non-dominant hand. Because what
Yeah.
Adobe's going to do is jump at your neck, and you just stick your arm in his mouth, put your other arm behind him, and roll. It's going to kill the dog. It's going to break his neck, but
Yep.
it'll keep you from getting killed. So,
Yep.
I know it works from experience, and made me sick. I killed that dog, but he was trying to kill me.
Yeah.
His owner sicked him on me, and he come at me, and that was the end of that. But
I had a friend in high school. His father was with the OSS during World War II, and his last name was Denninghoff, and he spoke fluent German.
mhm.
And so he spent most of his time behind the lines in Germany. But when the war was over, he was attached to a group that the Germans let all of their guard dogs and their police dogs loose. And they were running around killing people. And he was with a group that had to go out and neutralize them. And his father taught me that maneuver that you just described.
Yeah. It was I don't remember who taught me, but he taught me, and it wasn't 3 months. I had to use it. It made me sick because the dog was a great dog until he sicked him. But he sicked him, and he listened to his master. It was at a darn motorcycle shop, and I paid the guy to fix my bike. I went to pick it up, and the bill was double what it was supposed to be. And you could look at it and see he hadn't done a darn thing.
Mm.
So I asked him, "What's the rib here? I mean, you haven't done anything. The parts are still laying there in the box. They're not on the bike. It's been fixed. the rear trailer arm's still bent. So how's it fixed?" So anyway, he got me and says, "Damn if you don't." Well, I ain't gonna repeat what all he said, but he sicked the dog on me, and that was the end of that. But anyway, I just 30 years later, I still haven't fixed that motorcycle.
Mm.
Messed me up, made me so mad and hurt me so bad. I just put the thing in the building. That's where it's still sitting. Oh, my grandson says he wants it. So if you'll come get it and carry it home, you can have it. But anyway, has anybody done any flying or any interesting building?
I have done. Yeah, I got to fly a bit on Wednesday this week.
Good deal. What'd you fly?
Yeah. I flew my the Spectre Mini V, the
Yeah.
one that Bob fixed up for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was rusty as heck because I only flew like maybe once in March and once in February and once in January.
Well, I haven't flown since last June.
Oh my.
Yeah, when I hurt my neck. So
Yeah, I'm still on track for the year round. I thought I was going to miss April because of the flooding.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you wouldn't think you'd miss April. You'd miss February or January, but no. But yeah, my friend Mark Hughes and I got a few flights in on Wednesday, and
you need to get Bob out there and fly some.
I'm trying. We got a possibility this Wednesday. There's a chance of rain all day, but it's pretty low.
Yeah,
so,
that's what we got.
yeah, so maybe I can get him out there on on
Thursday.
Wednesday, but
Is it?
I don't think he's going to go to the Nats.
Oh,
Yeah, he's going to go to Brodax, but
well, that'll be good. I'm going to Brodax. I don't know if I'm going to Nats or not. I plan to, but I don't
well, I
have
hope
any.
you can. I hope you're feeling all right. And
I
if you
hope.
want to
Yeah, I'm
judge,
feeling.
let me know.
I'm feeling pretty good. I was going to go and try to judge, but I hate to go and try to judge in nationals. I haven't been to anything else to fly or judge. This weekend was triple tree.
Yeah,
So I was
right.
going to
Yeah,
go down.
yeah.
I was going to go down there and judge, and I had to come here. So, it's just this year has just every time tried to do anything to fly or even be involved, something
Yeah.
else has happened. I had to be out of
Yeah.
town or something.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the
if
guys
you're
are all
if you're
ribbing. ahead.
if you're there and you feel up to it, stamina wise,
Yeah, I'm
that's
feeling
all.
better on that, right? On that
Yeah,
stuff.
we can. You go through the training that we do at the Nats, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
But you
Well,
got to
we'll
be
give it a shot.
ready. You got to be able to stand out there every day for several
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
So if you don't feel up to it, that's
Yeah.
okay. I understand, but
We'll do what we can. If I can be there, I will be there.
yeah, and if you can't judge, maybe you can do something else.
Well, if I'm there and I'm not flying, if you got something needs doing, give me a holler.
We'll do it. Yeah,
I do
yeah,
not
I'll make
mind
sure.
helping out.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be great. I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
I'm looking forward to being there if we'll be there.
Isn't that one of the emails I got today? Something about they needed help at the Nationals?
Oh, still, yeah, they're always looking
They're
for
always,
help.
yeah, okay.
Past few years, we haven't had pit bosses. The flyers have handled their own pull testing on all in both sections. But yeah, we got to have a minimum of 8 judges, and I'm pretty sure that's where we're at right now. We'd like to have 12. If we could have 12, we'd have 3 on each circle, and I think that's a better
better
number.
average.
But if you don't got, you go with what you got. But we have to have a minimum of 8, which would be 2 per circle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where we're at right now. Do you remember Mark Romanowitz, Phil?
Name's familiar, but I can't put a face to it.
Yeah, he's going to judge. So that's he committed to that. So I'm happy about that.
He's been posting a couple times, hasn't he, here recently?
Yeah, he has. He's gotten a little more active this past year. That's good. We need people to be more on top of it, more active.
Yeah. It's been a rough year so far. I don't know. It's going to be the craziest year we've ever had.
Well, and health wise too. I was out most of the month of March with a skin infection they call cellulitis.
Oh, cellulitis, honey. We're familiar. Man. We're familiar with that one.
Oh, that was bad. I was in the hospital.
Steve had cellulitis for a month.
Yeah, I was in the hospital for 3 days getting IVs. That's bad stuff.
Yeah, it is. It is. What I don't understand, it's painful too. Vicky says it's painful too. What I don't understand.
It wasn't painful for me at all.
Oh Lord, hers was. What got me? I'm in there with it, and I've got 4 IVs coming out of me. They come in every morning and clean the IVs, but they had to take blood. They couldn't take it out of an IV. They had to poke me. The only good thing about it was I had a girl from phlebotomy that come in and stick you. And if you didn't see her stick you, you didn't know you'd been stuck.
Oh, she was good at it.
Oh, she was good at it. First time I knew I'd been stuck was when she put the Band-Aid on. She was really good.
Those IV machines were a pain.
Oh, man. Those are a pain. And
they're
loud.
You move a little bit and it starts beeping.
Yeah. Yeah, they beep and they beep. And if they don't answer the beep, they start beeping louder.
Yeah, and then the nurses got to come in and do something with it. They weren't happy.
But the thing that got me the most when I was in the hospital, you're laying there and you finally got a position that's not comfortable, but you can tolerate it.
Mm-hmm.
and you finally doze off to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that your wife is over here in a chair that's made as the most uncomfortable chair ever produced.
Yeah.
And she's got it all laid out, and she's got it covered up in pillows, and she's asleep in this thing. I couldn't even sit on the thing and be comfortable. She slept in it for 4 nights. 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Mine did the same thing one night.
She finally dozed off to sleep. And this little girl comes in and turns the light on, wakes you up, and says, "Mr. Bailey, do you need anything to help you sleep?"
Oh my God, you're already asleep.
I could not believe I was able to hold my composure. I told
Yeah.
my wife, "You don't know how close I come to cussing out a nurse."
Yeah.
But I told her, "Yes, ma'am, I need 2 things." She's, "What you need?" "You to get out of here and close the door. Turn the light off and close the door." Yeah. Because this is ridiculous. So they come in the next day and ask me what I thought of my hospital experience. And so I told them, I said, other than that, I got really no complaints. But why in the world would you wake somebody up to ask them if they need a sleeping pill? $12 that ain't covered by insurance. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
That's why. That's why.
I don't know. The most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But anyway, I had a pretty good stay other than that. It's a good hospital.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Well, I think I'm gonna drop out, Gary.
All right.
Phil,
So what
John.
caused you to have that problem?
Oh, it's congested.
Yours are Phil's. Mine are Phil's.
Well, yours maybe.
Well, I had a I guess my left foot was the sole was really dried out, and there was a crack that opened up, and I guess it let in the bug. There's two different ones, staph and something else, and it took them days to figure out which one, because they have to do some kind of culture. But yeah, so now I got to keep an eye out, make sure, because I got neuropathy, so I don't feel anything.
Oh Lord, my wife has that,
and so I got to keep an eye on it.
Means your balance is all wonky because you don't know.
It can be, yeah. That's a problem flying.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, that's I feel for you, brother. Yeah, I had that for a couple of days and thought it was going to last. It was a medication I was on, and when I quit taking it, it went away. But wife has to live with that, and I don't know. I honestly don't know how she does it. I really don't know how in the world she's able to do it.
Yeah, but, and they say that vitamin B12 helps.
Yeah, she takes B12.
I've been taking that, but doesn't seem to make a difference. Yeah, I had my annual physical, and the doc's got this little tuning fork thing, and he bangs it on his knee and puts it on your foot. I couldn't feel it. Absolutely not. Put it on my hand. Oh yeah, I can feel that.
I tell you what,
and my A1C actually went down. Went down to 5.9. So I'm not diabetic apparently, but I don't know what causes it.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a hard thing to deal with, Vicky. My wife's had to deal with it. It's just another thing to make me reiterate. She's had, pardon my Spanish, guys, she's a hell of a lot tougher than I am. I was a lineman, and she's a hell of a lot tougher than I am.
Oh yeah, mine too. 3 kids and back surgery and everything. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna drop out.
All right.
Steve, be careful. Have a great week, and we'll try to see you about Monday night, I hope.
Yeah, I'll be on Monday night, and hopefully during the day I can get over to Sparky's and do more work on my Crossfire. So we'll see.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. How much more clearance do you need on the front of the Crossfire to get the 35 in there?
Maybe a 1/4 inch on each side.
Oh Lord, 1/4 of an inch on each side.
Yeah, it's got to, instead of a 2 inch wide, it's got to be 2.5 or more.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord. Okay.
Yeah,
I have been meaning for 6 months to get downstairs and look at my 2 crossfires and see if either
Yeah.
one of them can fit a 35, and I think one of them can, but I don't
Yeah.
know about the other one. I've got to dig it out because
yeah.
I've got
I know.
two.
I built it to the plan, and it's only 2 inch wide up there, and that ain't
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, I got mine. Mine is a Tom Morris. Well, you know what Tom did. He basically built the airplane for you,
Right.
and you put it together. And I've got one of those.
Yeah,
And
you might be all right.
I know the 3515 will fit. The
Yeah.
other one I built, the XLTC I built, and I don't know. I thought I had a 3515 in it, but now I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I
Measure
mean,
it.
I think I've had one up in it. There's nothing in it right now. I'm getting ready for paint, but I'm hoping this weather opens up because I've got, I hate saying this, open air, 10 airplanes that need paint. I've got 8 that are ready for paint. The other 2 one of them needs covering, and the other needs covering and tissue and dope to get, bring it up to the substrate up to where it's ready for primer.
Yeah.
But
you got a lot of work ahead of you.
Yeah, and I just can't seem to get going on it. It's just
I understand.
Painting is my absolute nemesis.
Yeah.
But I got to looking at it the other night, and I said, well, 4 of them are IC planes. The other 6 are electric. I wonder how easy this water-based paint is to use to build an electric, because I don't have to make it fuel-proof.
Nope.
Paint it, make it look pretty, and then put some clear over top of it, and it'd be all okay.
There you go.
We'll see. We'll see. As soon as the weather opens up a little bit, we'll see.
All right. Good luck.
Yep.
Good
Steve,
night,
have a great
everybody.
weekend. Take care of yourself. We'll see you Monday.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Hi.
Okay. Well, do you want to close her down here, John?
Yeah, no, I'll go ahead and clear out too.
Or
All right. Big John,
Phil?
yeah. What
wait
are
a
you
minute.
up to?
Is Phil, you staying in for a while?
Well, I'll stay in for a minute or 3 if Gary wants to.
Well, I can stay a little bit if you want.
Okay.
We're still on YouTube too, but just
Oh, yeah, that's
are
all
we?
right.
That's
all
okay.
right.
yeah.
That's
Phil,
okay. Well, yes, sir.
obviously you're not doing any painting right now, but how's the
No,
weather
weather's
there? Is it
lousy.
good for painting where you're at?
Well, it's a pain where I'm at, but it's no, I'm not painting because the weather's been so lousy.
I know.
We still when we left Thursday, we got the bright idea to wash the cars before we left. I have a pickup truck that's red. My wife has a Mustang convertible that's red, and we have a C-Max that's red. When we left for the airport at 3:30 in the morning, there was 3 yellow cars in my driveway.
Poland.
The pollen is awful.
Wow.
I mean, it is awful, and it's on everything. And when it rains, you just see rivers of yellow. I mean, I've taken movies on my telephone of it. It is just the darndest year we've had that I can ever remember for pollen. It's usually 3 weeks to 3.5 weeks, and it's done. It's been 5, and it's still going strong.
It's that kind of a year. There's one cure for it, and I don't think you want to go through it, but look at it this way. Los Angeles isn't having a pollen problem this year.
Oh no, they're having a fire problem. No,
Yeah.
they ain't gonna have nothing left to produce any pollen the way they're going.
That's what I mean. Fire will take it out. But you don't need. Yeah, that's a beautiful state here, and you don't need much forest fires going through there.
No, but I tell you, I don't understand. Albuquerque, I remember being. I mean, there's mountains everywhere, but I guess you have to get used to it.
Yeah.
One, the air out here will dry you out so fast. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But 2, instead of everything being green, everything is brown.
Well, that's because spring has just got here. See.
Well, I know, but even after it does, it's this. Most of the yards out here are gravel.
Yeah.
And they have weeds coming up through them. It looks like you need to go out and cut the weeds. It's
Yeah.
not enough grass to be grass. It's just weeds.
Well,
But
it's like my house. I've given up on growing grass. Went and put Roundup on everything, killed everything off. Now I'm growing a couple of trees and some weeds that are decorative weeds. I
yeah,
call it.
I just can't. I don't think I can handle it. It's so dreary. And on a day that's gray, we had 3 days last week in Winston, and they tell me there've been some this week too. It's been raining most of the week at home, but it's just hard for me when they have 3 or 4 days in a row of gray days. And
Oh,
out
yeah.
here they have them a lot. You have a gray day and the ground's brown, no green. I mean, not much green. It would take me a while to get used to this. I don't know that I could, honestly. I told
Well,
my wife,
the
these are some hardy people. These are some really tough
yeah,
people out here.
the thing with the West here in the deserts, the desert has a charm of its own.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's if you're from Seattle or from where you're at in the Appalachia area and all that with all the trees and if this is so much different from what you're used to.
Oh, it is.
But when you've been here a while, you start seeing some of these small things that make a big difference. You start seeing that small bits of beauty that, like right now, yeah, you're right. We had a gray day today here off and on. And, when it got gray, it could have been dismal, but I had hummingbirds that were showing up at my feeder and,
See, I don't have any hummingbirds yet at home. If I did, I'd be really looking up because I love the hummingbirds.
oh, I do too. They're such feisty little buggers. And
Yeah.
I put out 3 feeders in the front and one in the back, and I've had as many as 35 hummingbirds all trying to get to the feeders at a
Yeah.
time. And you know how they are. One of them will chase them all away, and he'll sit on it, and then he'll head for something. And 2 or 3 more, for you, 7 or 8 or 10 of them are all fighting over it, and then one of them's got it again. Yeah, that's fun. And they chirp around. Oh my goodness, they chirp.
Oh,
You
they're
know,
beautiful. But
I
anytime you
remember.
got a bird that's a fourth the size of a cardinal, that'll
Yeah,
absolutely run a cardinal off. That's a
yeah.
tough little bird.
They are
And the
not.
cardinal gets that and flaps his wings, and the daggum hummingbird's just flying rings around him. I mean, he's
Oh
just
yeah,
because he can hover and the cardinal can't. It's
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
it's funny to watch.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. They're great to have around. I so enjoy having. I put up, like I say, I put out 4 or 5 feeders as the season goes. Only got 2 out right now, one in front
Hmm.
and one in back.
Yeah.
But as more of them start showing up, they get here. The ones that are staying around, they're black-throated hummingbirds. They're not as shiny. We got some kind of dusty red, reddish orange ones that show up too. But we don't have, like the ruby-throated or any of the really
Yeah,
bright.
we get the rubies.
Yeah, I I remember seeing the rubies. The rubies come here, but they don't stay here in the desert. The rubies go up in the mountains here, up in the high altitude.
Yeah.
But it's a different world, and I'm used to it. I used to live in Wisconsin. I used to live in Alaska, so I know what it's like to live in green places,
Hmm.
But I've gotten used to the desert, and I enjoy my time here. I'm used to the dry. I'm used to the low.
I don't know if I could get used to the dry, but I do love the high desert. It's fun. It's different, and you really have to get used to it. But I do enjoy it.
Yeah,
If I didn't, I wouldn't have come out here because I knew what I was getting into.
yeah,
It's just the thing that gets me about it is it's so big. I mean,
yeah.
Albuquerque is a huge, huge place.
Well, that's
And
actually
it's
a
so,
pretty small place compared to like Salt Lake.
oof,
Salt Lake
wow.
used to be a small place, but now it fills the whole valley and is going up the sides of the mountains and over the hill they used to hang glide off of.
Yeah.
Well, that's all covered with houses now.
Oh, good grief.
The part that's not and the part they used to hang glide around at the foot of the mountain there is being slowly consumed as because it's all gravel. and it's being used by the concrete guys. They own it, and
No,
they're taking it down to nothing. Once in
that's
a
a
while,
shame.
you see a lone hang glider flying around it, and they can get so high off the lift off that thing, it's unbelievable.
Oh yeah. When I was in California, I had to go see Torrey Pines. I've read about the place since I was in elementary school. First set of plans I ever bought was to a plane called a Demon Delta, 1965 or six. I got the book. I've got the copy of the magazine. Oh, Model Aviation, but it wasn't Model Aviation. It was American Modeler,
Right.
and
Yeah.
and I've still got that thing. But anyway, they had a story in there about, and every month they had a story back then about control line, and they had one about sailplanes. And I
Right.
always read them both. Never thought I'd ever own an RC outfit, but I was really interested in the radio control because you see these guys out there, these great big airplanes that hold them up over their head and just give them a toss down the river, down the way, and all of a sudden they're way up there. I thought, man, this is something really special, but it can't be what they show it to be in the magazine. Well, I'm here to tell you it is.
Yep.
I saw a guy run down Torrey Pines with, instead of a model sailplane, he had a parachute paraplane on his back,
Yeah.
and he and two other guys are running with this thing. And as they get close to the edge, the other two let go of it, and it goes up over top of him. And as he steps over the side of Torrey Pines, he goes straight up 200 feet at least.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there, whoa, what a dang elevator.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he floated around and did big figure eights and all kinds of nonsense. We stayed over an hour and he was still up.
Oh
The only
yeah.
difference was when he landed, there was about six others that had come and gone up. And then they took a sailplane. And I mean, I don't know what it was. I don't remember what it was. It was a big sailplane. It was a real one. And they brought it out and put it together. The guy gets in it, and these guys start pushing it down the hill. And I didn't think it was moving near fast enough. He got that blame thing to the edge, and all of a sudden, it just kind of nosed over and looked like, I thought it was going to fly into the dang ocean. And all of a sudden, he looked like he was going up on the elevator. And he flew for I don't know how long. He was still up when we left. But Torrey Pines is incredible. There's some places around the country that's just absolutely beautiful flying country and beautiful places to go.
Back in
But
your part of the country, one of the first articles I ever read about soaring in sailplanes, real
yeah,
man carrying sailplane.
yeah,
It's an article about a fella that it was an older sailplane, and he hand launched with the rubber, like a high start,
yeah,
but he was up in New England.
yeah.
He spent the day, he had a water ballast in it as well. And
Mm-hmm.
he spent the day, he sailed all the way down, getting lift off the Appalachians, all the way down past your place, down.
Yeah,
He said the biggest problem he had was going from the low end of the Appalachians into Georgia. There's a gap there that you got to get some real altitude to get across, apparently.
yeah,
And he did that and then gained altitude, turned around, came back, and flew all the way back up to where he took off from, all in one day. It's quite
yeah.
an interesting read.
He set the standard for a lot of us. I wanted to do that too. Wanted to fly full scale sailplane as well. It's not cheap to get into, but
No.
if you have a lot of friends that are into it, you go out and help them crew and just realize you're going to spend 2 or 3 Saturdays that you're going to do nothing but help them rig the thing, put them together and rig them up and get them ready to go and test them out, and then maybe run the pull truck that pulls it up or whatever. Because the real ones don't use a bungee; they use a truck or a car or a Jeep, something. And somebody will sooner or later offer you a ride.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you go for a ride one time, you will get hooked. So
Yep.
I just warn you ahead of time, you will get hooked.
Well,
And I got into that and flew it and had a ball with it for several years. But
I
We
took a
got
job as national service tech, had to give everything up.
I got you. We got a spot up north and east of where Gordon lives,
Hmm.
up in the pass there. There's a place, there's a little airport there, and there's small single engine,
Hmm.
but there's also 3 or 4 sailplanes that fly out of there.
Yeah.
And they're in the mountains, so they can launch, and they're already above, 200-300 feet above the valley floor when they launch.
Yeah.
And they can go out, turn right on, and if the wind's right, they can get right into the lift and start gaining altitude. Fly along the backside of the Wasatch Mountains, and they can go hundreds of miles and hours and hours and hours.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's an amazing thing to watch, and it's an amazing thing to fly a model of it and do well with it. But when you get in a real one and ride, it's just the most mesmerizing and relaxing thing that you've ever done.
Yeah, there's nothing like having your butt sitting in the dang thing.
Yeah, you're sitting in this thing and you're thinking, we got no motor, we got no propulsion system, just riding the waves, riding the wind. And the guy that was flying, we're out flying around, and he says, "We need to go over there. I think I see a thermal forming over there." I'm looking, and I said, I didn't say anything. I was too dumbfounded, but I was sitting there thinking, he sees a thermal forming. You
They tell
realize
me, yeah,
you're talking about air.
they say the air shimmers. You
Well,
see a
it does,
shimmer
but
in the air.
it does, but it's hard to see from. I mean, we're talking quarter of a mile away,
Well,
and he saw it.
when you're trained like he is as a pilot, and you got your butt sitting in it, you
Yeah,
learn real
well,
quick.
that's what I learned. When you see hot air rising, it does shimmer. It does seem to shimmy shake, and it looks like if you ever see a pot of water boiling, and look up above it, and you'll see the same kind of thing.
Yep.
Well, this does it. It does that, and the guys that are really good at it can do that with a model sitting on the ground. I mean, I could do good at RES events. When it came to full house sailplanes, I never did anything. I don't even own one right now. I've got a couple kits, but I don't even own a full house sailplane now. But the guys that are really good just see the thermals and go over and get under them and go up in them. And
Yep.
I need more practice at that. I was decent at it at one time, but then I gave it up, and now I'm trying to start flying a little bit again.
I'm looking to get a good 2 meter kit, something to play around with.
Well, a good one is if you can find an old Drifter 2. That was a $15 kit when they came out, and they're up about 70 now.
Yeah.
But that's a real good kit, and if you can find somebody, if you really want one, I'll see if I can't get you a set of plans copied. It's not a hard plane. It shows every rib. Bless you. It shows every rib, and it shows everything. There's nothing to building one. You build it in a less than a week. You can have it built and flying, radio mounted, monocoated, everything. And I built mine with plug-in wings in the sides of the fuselage. And you got to remember, if you do that, it looks good and they fly great. But you got to remember, if you do that, you're now 2 inches wider than you're supposed to be. And if you've extended the wings to get the full 79 and 3/4 inch wings, you're now oversized. So I had to go back and build a second set of wings to cut the thing down to 79 3/4 inches. But it's very doable. It took another 2 or 3 nights, and I had a second set of wings. And I took the first set and cut them and put flaps and ailerons in them.
Yeah. So it's basically a 2-channel rig then.
Well, it's a 2-channel radio. You can put spoilers in real easy, make an RES. But then I've got one that's an RES, and I've got one that's 5 channels, and they both fly great. But I'm still trying to learn how to fly ailerons and rudder. I'm trying to learn to fly the aileron on the left-hand stick. I don't fly power. I just fly sailplane. It's always been, this is your rudder. This is your elevator. This is your rudder.
and this over here is just your spoiler. Well, now all of a sudden, this is your elevator, but this is your ailerons. This is your rudder, and
I
up
had to,
down here. Now that, I mean,
you know, when I started flying RC, I was flying those 3-channel swizzle sticks.
yeah,
And half the guys, you know, your throttle's on the left, and your up and down is on the right, and your
yeah,
rudder is on your right, and your ailerons, if you had them, would be on the left.
yeah.
And I don't know. I must have been smarter than I thought I was in those days, because I thought about it for a minute and I said, wait a minute. I need to put my rudder on the left stick. So I
Mm-hmm.
have up and down and left and right, so I don't have to go through any weird things when I go to a plane that's got ailerons and rudder, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that, and it worked well for me.
Well, it works. It does work. It works very well. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm getting too loud. But the trick to the whole thing is get used to the thing and just fly it a lot. Just get used to it and fly it. But see,
Well-
I've never flown much power, and I built one with flaps and ailerons, and then I built one with flaps, ailerons, and a motor. And I let a friend borrow the one that was flaps, aileron, and a motor, and I didn't get it back. He liked it.
Oh,
So,
friends like that are hard to come by.
well, I mean, he paid me for it.
I understand.
He did pay me for it. But she said, "You didn't really want this old airplane back, did you?" I said, "You do realize that airplane's brand new, right?"
Well, I did. I have to confess, though, my first sailplane was a 2-meter. I forget the name of the design, but it had a flat center section, and then the tips had and it was a beautiful little airplane, built real bad.
Oh shoot!
But it's a 2-meter,
Yeah,
and it was a two channel only, 2-channel only.
I don't know what that would have been, but there was a lot of them. There was a lot of. At one time, there were so many sailplane plans and kits out there. I bet I've got 50 sets of plans to sailplanes,
Well, I'll
and
tell you,
probably
I
200 to stunners.
yeah,
Hmm.
I put that first one on a 2-channel radio.
Uh-huh.
So I only had one stick in there. I
Yeah,
think that's why I got to thinking when I went to a 4-channel,
Yeah.
I went to a 4-channel radio, that I better set it up this way, you know. And it worked.
well, it works. It works very well. But the answer that I came up with was coupling rudder and ailerons.
Yeah,
So it
that'll
makes a
work.
coordinated turn, and
Yeah.
that works. But then you can play with your learning your rudder. But if you really get in the pinch and need to turn, you use your ailerons and your rudder together, and it really whips around. I mean, an aileron turn just turns you up sideways, and then the rudder you have to use your elevator to pull out. It's
Yeah.
really the same thing. It's really the same thing with a rudder turn. It just pushes the rear end over that way, and then you bring it the rest of the way around with the elevator.
Well, that's why those tips are up, why that heat
Yeah.
are like that. It's because it turns it, and now the one is getting more air, more pressure
Than the
on
other.
the other side than the other one is, and that's its turn. Yeah, I enjoyed, of all my RC planes that I flew, I enjoyed flying my sailplanes, the few that I had, the most. I had one of
I
those.
did.
I had one of those 100-inch ones. What was that? That was.
Oh God,
beautiful.
there was standard class. There were so many of them. An Aquila,
Well,
Olympic.
it started out. They had a kit.
Oh, you had an Olympic 650.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I never built it. I wound up selling the kit. Now I wish I'd have
Oh.
kept it.
Yeah, I wish I had.
I live here in Thermal City, you
Yeah.
know, and it would be outstanding. I mean, I can go out to a dry lake bed, you know, it's 5 miles away from here, and I could probably put a plane up and fly all day,
Yeah.
you know, in the summer anyway. Maybe even in the winter, you know. But I don't know. Poor Gary, we probably better let him, we probably better get out here and let him go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I think I
Oh,
will. And I've got Vicky's packing to go home, and I think I'm going to go join her and help her pack because,
You ready to
God,
go home?
we got to be at the
yeah.
airport 11 o'clock in the morning. Flight's
Yeah.
at 1, but you got to be there 2 hours early.
Gotcha.
And it's
Yeah.
it's not a night. It's not the nightmare that it used to be, but it's not as easy as it could be. I mean, I used to 40 years ago. I was national service tech. I'd show up at the airport 30 minutes before the airplane took off, and I could make the flight. You show up 30 minutes before the flight, now they tell you, yeah, right.
You
You
can't
ain't
even
gonna make
get
it
through the first line, let
You
alone the
can't
second
get
one.
through TSA in 30 minutes.
Right.
But it's just one of them things. We just do the best we can and keep going. But I mean, those guys, before anybody gets upset at the people at the airport, just remember one thing. They're there to keep you safe. So,
Well, that's
it's
Yeah.
true.
how
That's
much
true.
is your
I don't know what was going on. They must have had me on some kind of watch list because first time I ran into TSA, I came into that airport. I went through and they took me to the back room and I had my laptop with me and they took the
Yeah.
sniffer out and they spent almost an hour going through all of my stuff. So
Somebody must have told you was a bad man.
somebody or there's somebody, I have a common name, so maybe that was it. Somebody with that name was on their
Yeah.
watch list.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be worse if it was John Smith. Then you would be good grief.
Yeah,
I'm
that
telling
could be worse.
Yeah. Gary, we're going to have to
Well,
get you flying again, buddy.
yeah. Probably
He
get
was,
dizzy and fall down.
do what?
Probably get dizzy and fall down.
Well, why not? I do.
I need to get.
Hey,
I got that neuropathy in my feet and hands, so I know I'll fall down.
well, here lately, the last few days, I've been having problems with my right hand. I can't make a fist. I got Arthur has come to visit me. The Itis brothers have come to visit me. Arthur's the worst, and I just can't make a fist. And it's a good thing I learned to fly with my fingertips because that's the only thing I can get on the handle now. But yeah, I'll take it in a minute. But I don't know. I tell you what, it's dying out so fast. We better enjoy it while we can because I'm afraid it ain't gonna last much longer. So
I
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
be
fly as much
investing.
as I.
I wouldn't be investing in a balsa farm.
No, not unless you got somebody that owns a windmill manufacturing company that wants to
They're getting
find
away
some.
from balsa now.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
they got something else to beat the birds to death with.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if they just done it a little sooner, I think we might have had a chance. But it's I've got a few people, a few kids at home that finally have said they want me to teach them how to build and fly these things. I said, if you'll come around enough, I'll teach you how to build them and I'll teach you how to fly them and we'll show you how to get it done. And one of them's my grandson, and I said, well, I'll try to show you how to do it if you'll come around, but you got to come around once in a while.
Yeah.
I can't do it long distance. It's just not something I can teach you long distance. But we'll see. I got a couple trainers at the house that I need somebody to fly them because I don't fly them anymore.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what happens.
Try making the training handle setup that I use. It really works well. That's
that
where
the
you
one
got two handles and you got the cable short set and a long set, so you take it away from them. They don't even know you took it.
I'm thinking about doing that because I got a couple people I want to teach that I'm going to have to take it away from because I know they ain't going to listen to me.
Right.
But I'm
Well,
not going to let them tear my plane up. Anyway, Gary, have a good weekend. Stay out of trouble. John, you do the same.
I have to.
I'm going to try to get. I'm hoping this week to cut the fuselage sides out for that Pathfinder 40, the wing and tail are complete, and I just got to build a fuselage and put it together. I may end up monocoating that darn thing. I have never monocoated an entire airplane. That one might be the first.
Well, yeah, that would get it done. You wouldn't have to worry about paint days.
That's why I'm thinking about it. I want to get something flying. I'm ready to get something flying. I want to take something to Prodac.
If you fix the fuselage, use water-based polyurethane on the fuselage, and then use that water-based color paint that I sent you on the fuse. You could do a nice blend. I don't like doing the fuselages that much. They get, they get if you got an icy motor on the darn crud always gets up underneath them somewhere,
Oh, I know it. I don't like you. I've got the SB11 and I had that other little plane that was monocoated, and I just didn't care for the monocoat because you're forever having to go back and glue something down or stick something down or work something down or something. It's always something.
It's usually on the fuselage though.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. The wings are no problem usually.
So try it using the polyurethane to seal with, and then use use water-based polyurethane, and then you use the water-based paint that I sent you. I think it's a water-based enamel. And then you seal over the top with a couple coats of clear dope, and you got it made.
We'll give it a shot. I'm planning on trying to get it going here in the next few weeks. Anyway, you guys be careful. Stay out of trouble. Gary, take care of yourself, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Big John, hold it in the road now. We'll talk to you Monday, I hope.
Yeah, talk to you later.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Have a great one, y'all.